Number 11, Chris Desiderio.
I just turned it on.
Number 14, Jordan Drago. Number 17, DJ Filipone. Number 5, Jaden Gang. Number 10, Matthew Garrett. Number 32, Tristan Hicks. Number 2, Brady McGowan. Number 7, Shane Meehan. Number 15, Matthew Musican. Number 4, Taylor Mitch. Number 8, Brendan Rivera. Number 19, Dylan Santucci. Number 22, Jacob Zaccarello. And number 23, Bobby Westcott. And now the starting lineup for Team Long Island. Leading off, playing second base, number 73, Jaden Alvarez. Batting second, is shortstop, number 1, Keegan McElligott. Batting third, the center fielder, number 12, Jaden Gigante. Batting cleanup, the first baseman, number 24, CJ Alfano. Batting fifth, the left fielder, number 6, Matthew Curry. Batting sixth, the right fielder, number 16, Jalen Josie. Batting seventh, the third baseman, number 3, Ryan Tullo. Batting eighth, the designated hitter, number 9, John Caracolosi. Batting ninth, the catcher, number 7, Shane Meehan. And batting 10th, extra hitter, number 18, Jagger Adamo. The assistant coaches are Paul Porcelano, Tom Tuttle, Doug Robbins, and Dan Luisi, and the head coach is Tom Albertsgano. And here are the umpires for tonight's game. The home plate umpire is Anthony DeVito, the first base umpire is Alex Freed, second base is Sal Miccio, and third base is Robert Garcia Jr. And now it's time for the national anthem.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We're coming to you live from the Mitchell Field Athletic Complex, the home baseball field for Malloy Baseball, getting ready for an exciting big-time matchup. We're here for the Mike Leiderman Cup, 5th annual here at Malloy, and it's Team New York City set to square off against Team Long Island. Travis Quigley here to take you through the call. Joining me tonight, we have Magnus Healy and Max Rotniak. Max will be joining us in a little bit. Magnus here, going to do some color commentary with me for the first little bit. He'll be taking over the play-by-play over in the 4th. But Magnus, wanted to get your thoughts on the game tonight, what we're expecting, what the fans at home should be expecting. We got a lot of talent out on this field. What can you share with them?
Yeah, it's going to be a huge game, a lot of star-studded talent. You have a bunch of college commits, and the starting pitcher, Luke Coates, for the Long Island team. And then on the New York City side, you have David Hinojosa, one of the best right-handed pitchers in the state, going to Vanderbilt University. All around, you have guys who are going to play at the next level and compete. It's going to be a great game.
A lot of players from the class of 2026 playing in this game tonight. We're going to have Team NYC wearing the red uniforms. They'll be batting first. Team Long Island playing defense first on the mound, getting the start for Team Long Island is number 21, Luke Coates from St. Anthony's High School. And Magnus, any information you can share with us on Luke as he gets his warm-up going here? A few more pitches.
Yeah, Coates is a commit to West Virginia. He finished the season as really the ace on that St. Anthony's roster, 43 innings pitched, a 2.28 ERA with 50 strikeouts. As he toes the rubber here, fastball getting up to 92. And he'll face a really good lineup. That New York City team can hit from top to bottom. You've got their catcher going to the University of Miami. I mean, he's going to have a really tough battle here, but it should be a really good showing for those at home.
Yeah, Lorenzo Jorge leading off for NYC out of Kennedy Catholic. He's in the on-deck circle right now, taking a couple practice swings, now getting ready to step into the batter's box. Beautiful field here at Malloy. It's a great night for baseball. A slight breeze, sun going down perfectly right now. Great weather, and it should be a great day for ball.
Leading off, the second baseman, number 17, Lorenzo George.
I want to thank you all at home for joining us here on the LI Sports Network for once again the 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup. Ceremonial first pitch tonight was thrown out by Endy Chavez. Endy Chavez, of course, that legendary catch in the playoffs almost 20 years ago now. Wrote himself into the Mets history books. We're getting first pitch right here from Coates on Jorge. He gets his sign, and we are underway. First pitch swinging is Jorge. He skies that one straight back behind home plate. 0-1 the count.
Yeah, that's the one thing you're going to see all night from Coates. He has that high-profile fastball that can really light up the radar gun, and they're going to have to jump on that all night to be able to stay in this game.
Gets the sign again. Let's see if he goes back with the heat. Coach is set, kicks and fires home. That one catches the inside part of the corner. 0-2 now quickly on Jorge.
Yeah, catches him off balance with the, looks like curveball there from Coates. Jorge expecting something 0-2 here.
Two pitch coming. Coates takes his time, now deals. Swing and a miss, strike 3. First batter of the game. Coates sits him down.
Yeah, you'll see that. It's just the kind of the art of pitching is keeping the hitter off balance. He does that. He attacks him early with the fastball. He sees he's on it, gets him off speed with the curveball, and then lights him up there on the radar gun with the fastball up and away.
Up now for NYC, it's Devin Diaz out of Iona Prep, righty stick, set to face off against Coates. Looking to carry that momentum off that strikeout. First pitch right over the heart of the plate, 0-1.
Yeah, once again, he pounds with that fastball. This was the University of Miami commit, their catcher, Devin Diaz, that we were mentioning. Just one of the many star-studded bats on this New York City roster.
Coates is ready, he winds. Comes home, straight back, fouled into the netting, 0-2 now. Coates is looking to sit another batter down.
Yeah, he'll continue to attack him here. They're on it. They're fouling it off pretty well. It's just the matter of being able to sit in there for the off speed and not take it and be able to lay back on it.
And Magnus Coates early on here challenging the batters. He's finding the inside of the strike zone with every pitch so far that he's thrown. 5 for 5 on strikes. We make it 6 for 6. Coates is ready. Comes home. A check swing, and he held off. Will go to first. Doesn't go. So 1-2 now on the second baseman for NYC, Devin Diaz.
And that's the announcer's jinx that they still call. You know, we say he's 5 for 5 with strikes. He goes up and in with the ball there, but sets him up for something, maybe an off-speed down low here.
He's looking to get him to chase with that high heat. Like you said, Magnus, let's see if he comes low with some off-speed. Trying to trick the eye of Diaz. Here he comes. Goes low with some heat, and that one misses the strike zone. 2-2 now.
Yeah, you got to feel confident if you're Diaz here. You went from battling 0-2. You see 2 good balls and some good takes there. You're kind of even in the count now. It's in your play. You have to make Luke make his pitch here. You don't want 3-2.
Good patience from Diaz as well. So he takes a step out of the box, works his way back in now. Quick practice swing, and now Coates is ready. Eyeing down Diaz. The 2-2. A swing and a miss. Umpire says he got a piece of it. That'll be strike 3, though. And 2 strikeouts for Coates here in the top of the first.
Yeah, thus far, Luke Coates lighting up the radar gun in New York City, being unable to lay off those high heaters.
Now batting
It's one of my biggest highlights I had for him on my note sheet. You know, is he able to light up the radar gun to 92, and he's showing that early on here.
For a lot of these guys, of course, committed, uncommitted, still want to make a name for themselves this summer leading into their high school season, and of course, hopefully have a chance to get their name called next year. We saw a couple of Long Islanders get their name called this year. Always awesome to see Long Island baseball players rising up the ranks as the next pitch comes in. 0-1. That one's low. 1-1 now.
Yeah, certainly. We saw actually the starting pitcher for the Long Island team last year, Nick Frusco. He's a right-handed pitcher out of Miller Place, ended up getting drafted to the Pirates in the later rounds. It's really cool to see from your hometown these guys going to play in the big leagues, growing up with them and stuff like that.
That one's low. 2-1 now. It's Aiden Roman in the box for NYC.
Yeah, Roman's been having a good summer. He batted .481 for the TRW scout team. He had 13 knocks, 2 of which were home runs, so he's got the ability to drive the ball opposite way and out of the park.
2-1 pitch coming from Coates here. Skies that one in the air up to first base, goes off into foul territory, and is caught for the final out of the inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Team Long Island coming up to bat. And we'll stick with you through this. And, man, just want to circle back. We talk about these guys making a name for themselves, and this is a great time to do it. One of the guys we saw from Long Island get drafted this year, Nick Oliveto, to the Tigers, first round. And what he did, he made a name for himself the year before the draft. So this is a great opportunity for a lot of these guys to finish the summer strong and get ready heading into fall ball and then eventually their spring season.
Yeah, totally. I mean, on both sides of the ball, New York, Long Island, you're playing with your friends. It's a Friday night in the middle of the summer. You got nothing to lose. I mean, I've seen from while we were here, there's a ton of college coaches, even some MLB scouts. All it takes is a few strung together hits, a good few innings, and you're on their radar. And that's what you talked about, making a name for yourself. One night can change it all for these kids.
100%. 100%. We're happy to be here with the LI Sports Network covering the 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup. Team New York City taking on Team Long Island. And for Team New York City, David Hinojosa will be getting the start coming out of Poly Prep. And the right-hander on the mound getting ready to get some warm-up tosses. And Magnus, what can you share with us about David?
So we thought, Coates would light up the radar gun. He makes Coates look small. I mean, honestly, up to 94. He competed at the PG National Showcase down in Arizona. He was lighting up the radar gun there. I mean, between him and Coates, you have 2 phenomenal arms on the mound. I think we're going to see a really good and honestly pretty low-scoring first frame here with the types of arms and the caliber that he has. He's got a curveball that he can throw for strikes and he can bury if he needs to. It's got a 9 out of 10 grade on the MLB Scouting Network. He's truly one of a kind. Him and Coates are gonna duel it out today for sure.
And as we talk about guys wanting to make a name for themselves, Hinojosa, he's definitely done that throughout this summer as he's looking to go off and have a strong senior season. You keep saying it, Magnus, and we're going to continue to harp on it throughout the broadcast. There is a ton of talent out here on the field this evening. Definitely a broadcast you're not going to want to switch off, going to want to stay with us all night long. Could be a low-scoring, tight game all throughout, especially if things continue how they went in that top of the first. Coates locking things down on the mound. And as Magnus mentioned a little while ago, Hinojosa looking to respond now for Team NYC.
Yeah, I think it's huge, especially when you have a team who goes out, he retires the first three, two of them on strikeouts. It's important as a pitcher for Hinojosa to get his team kind of level now and try to build the momentum back on their side, get a clean slate for their team, and get them back up in the top half.
So Hinojosa gets his final toss in and getting ready to step into the box to lead things off for Team Long Island. It's going to be number 73, Jaden Alvarez. He's coming out of Holy Trinity.
Leading off, the second baseman, number 73, Jaden Alvarez.
Alvarez, the righty stick, ready to go here. Hinojosa squares up, and he's wasted no time. Already kicking and fires home. And first pitch swinging, fouling it straight back is Alvarez.
Yeah, definitely competitive hack there from Alvarez. You know you're going to get the fastball with a guy who can throw as hard as Hinojosa, so he's ready for it here.
0-1 pitch from Hinojosa. He goes upstairs with it and just missed the top of the zone. 1-1 count.
Yeah, missed that slider high. We see definitely a different of pace here from him and Coates. He's already pitching. I haven't even got my words out.
And that one chopped right back to him. Hinojosa will field it.
Batting second,
Looked like he got him inside on the fastball. Both pitchers attacking that inner half. Alvarez tried to, fend it off there. Couldn't get much of it.
Yeah, just popped it up a little bit, and Hinojosa right there to make the grab. So one away here. Keegan McElliott now in the box. St. John the Baptist repping the Cougars here. First lefty we've seen tonight. Breaking ball from Hinojosa outside part of the plate. 0-1 the count.
Talking a little bit more about McElliott as he tries to set his own pace. He's committed to the University of Binghamton, upstate school in New York. Really short swing, is smooth, and he's a very quick bat.
You see that short swing on display right there as he pulls that one way foul. Got to think if he sat back just a little bit, could have crushed that one into the gap.
Yeah, definitely. I think if I'm Hinojosa here, you see he's early on the fastball, maybe go change up, change that bat speed. We'll see what he does here on the 0-2.
Steps back into the box, gets himself square. Hinojosa looks already ready to go. He is. Fires to the plate and gets him swinging there. Strike three.
Yeah, that's that curveball that the MLB Network rated so high at 9 out of 10 at that showcase down in Arizona. It's got around 2,300 spin, which is just unheard of. It's really MLB level, and he's showing it against some of the best guys in the state here.
Jaden Gigante out of carry now. He's batting third for Team Long Island. Joseph to the plate. That one fouled hard down the third base line.
Yeah, the right-handed bat's going to St. John's City School here in New York. Had a really good summer, batted .343 with the 2 tanks, 23 knocks on the season. Shows the early short swing. Both him and Keegan were able to get off on Hinojosa.
That one missed. 1-1 the count now. 2 away here in the bottom of the first inning.
Yeah, you see it's kind of a similar sequence here. You get them early with the fastball. You see that they're going to attack it, and you get them off with that curveball just like that.
Very similar to the last pitch we just saw. That one does make it over the plate, though, inside the strike zone. 1-2 count. Hinojosa looking to wrap this inning up. Fires home. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. That one in the dirt. Going to throw to first to complete the strikeout. And that's going to retire the side. 1-2-3 here in the bottom of the first for Team NYC. No runs, no hits, no errors. We're going into the top of the second. Still knotted at 0.
Yeah, that's the type of inning you'll see when you have 2 Power 4 commits for pitchers on the mound. I mean, you were looking right now, we have 15 college commits just on Long Island's team alone. I think it's another 9 on New York City. You're looking at the best guys in the state playing here at the Leiderman Cup here at Malloy, and it's going to be a competitive night, but this just shows the talent level that's here where you have 2 pitchers like this able to compete on such a level with these guys.
You said a lot of talent out here. We do have a new pitcher coming up, Victor Acosta out of Holy Trinity, and that's the beauty of events, games like this, is you get to see a lot of different arms. Most of the time we're getting a new pitcher every inning here, and guys get to show off their repertoire, what they have. It also creates a challenge for the guys stepping up into the box. You don't get used to a release. You don't get used to a certain arm. You're seeing somebody new every time you step up to the plate.
Yeah, definitely. Acosta is going to St. John's University. We see a few of them sprinkled in the lineup. His teammate Andrew Caramico as well. He also lights up the radar gun, can get up to 91, and he actually just recently won Catholic League Player of the Year. Boasted a really good stat line, finished with a .86 ERA through 40 innings pitched on the pitching side, and finished with a batting average close of 350. I mean, did it from both sides. Long Island Shohei Ohtani, truly. And what he did this year in the Catholic League was truly impressive.
Costa looking to have a good outing here tonight, looking to shut down Team NYC as he gets his final couple of warm-up tosses in. Looks like leading things off in the cleanup spot here for Team NYC is going to be Ryan Morrell.
Yeah, a little bit about Morrell. We've seen this a few now. He is committed to the University of Cincinnati, and he's actually one of a few players on the New York City team who's played in the MLB Breakthrough Series, which is a really good accomplishment. And you're essentially playing against some of the best kids from each state represented by MLB teams. It's truly one of a kind. He's got a really good bat, goes opposite field a lot, and he's able to spray the field all sorts of ways, gets himself make a name here.
And one of the rarities, one of the few guys you see nowadays that do not wear batting gloves. So he's getting ready to step up. Final few tosses once again here for Acosta. He's asking for just 2 more, and the umpire grants it to him. Not a problem, Victor, he says. So Magnus, Max, and myself, we got a great spot here at Malloy. We're right behind home plate. So we got a pretty good angle to see everything that's happening out on the field. And also gives us a pretty good eye to see what pitches are coming in as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So Acosta's ready to go. Top of the second, set to square off here once again. Going into the box, Ryan Morrell.
Batting cleanup, the center fielder, number 7, Ryan Morrell.
Morrell set. Acosta shakes his head yes, gets the sign. Now comes home outside with his first pitch of the evening. Stadium lights coming on here at the Mitchell Field Complex as the sun continues to set. 0-1 pitch. That one skied back, comes right over the protective netting.
You start to see 2 different kind of paces here. Coates in the first inning was a little bit more of a slow pace. He took his time between pitches, and then Hinojosa and Acosta definitely pick up their pace a little bit more. They're working much quicker.
Well upstairs with that, 2-1. You're absolutely right. The pace has definitely changed a bit. As you mentioned, Coates taking his time. It was real slow, methodical between each pitch, really decisive about what he wanted to do. And that's not to say that these guys aren't decisive. They're getting after it.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we mentioned it earlier in the broadcast. It's about keeping the hitters on their toes, and you could do that while being slow, and you could do it while being quick. It just depends on your repertoire and how you work as a pitcher and what's comfortable for you.
Absolutely. Again, beauty of the game. Get to see different styles as Acosta with a big pitch right there. Gets Morrell to swing. Now with a full count. This has been a real duel between these two to open up the top of the second. Acosta to the plate. Outside, Morrell will draw the walk.
And now this is the chance you said, obviously, all of these guys from top to bottom are going to look to make a name for themselves. And when you put a guy like Ryan Morrell on first base, that's a guy you don't want to see on the base paths because he can fly.
Morrell's going to take his lead off of first. Puts that sliding mitt on. And first pitch swinging here for Team NYC is number 12, Austin Sipe.
Yeah, big 6'3" bat out of East Fishkill John Jay High School in Stormville, New York.
Pickoff move, and Losing the ball there was the Team Long Island first baseman, C.J. Alfano, scooped back up by Acosta, who was ready to go. Morrell couldn't go anywhere, though.
Alfano, like his teammate, going to West Virginia. Him and Coates both coming out of St. Anthony's as well.
So 0-1 pitch. 0-2 now. As he gets Sipe to swing there.
And you can kind of tell that Acosta is conscious of the speed that they do have on first base between the slide step and then the attempted pickoff, trying to limit the damage they could do getting a second.
0-2. Check swing. He deems he went. Throw to second was low. Did not get to the second baseman. So stolen base there for Morrell. A strikeout for Acosta. One away here in the top of the second.
Yeah, the second baseman, Jaden Alvarez, there kind of got caught up in the hands of Morrell as he was sliding into second there. And one of the big things you'll see in a game that's going to be as close with the amount of talent you have here is trying to manufacture runs. And that's the one big thing that you'll see is New York City gets Morrell, a guy like that with so much speed, to second base. You get him to third with one out. You have the ability to just put a ball in play and get him home. That's one run for you on the board in such a close game.
Julian Guzman up to the plate. Morrell on second. Acosta takes a look. Now fires home 1-0, and that one outside corner 1-1.
Yeah, two different styles here. You saw Coates in the early innings was trying to jam him inside with his fastball, and you see Acosta here works to the outside. It's whatever you're comfortable with, especially as to what kind of pitches he throws, whether his fastball moves in or out.
Another check at Morrell, now to the plate, swing and a miss there, 1-2 now, as Acosta certainly looking very comfortable here in this at-bat. Looking to sit down. Pardon me. Guzan. We get a time called by our umpire here. I think Guzman just had an equipment issue there.
Yeah, Guzman's committed to the University of Maryland, a high-profile shortstop and right-handed pitcher out of Osingen, New York. Also attending Iona Preparatory. A lot of the guys from New York City roster are.
Morrell's going to third. The throw over in plenty of time. Gets him out. It's a dot right there from Shane Meehan. 2 away in the top of the second. And that wasn't a bad jump from Morrell either.
No, yeah, he read Acosta right. Acosta was going either 1 or 2 reads and then going to home, and he thought he had his chance, but especially with a left-handed batter, you give the catcher a little bit more of a free lane to get there, no obstruction, a little bit of an easier throw for him than if there was a righty in the box.
And that one, outside corner, strike 3 called. Exclamation point to end the inning for Acosta and Team Long Island. No runs, no hits, no errors, just the walk in the inning. We stay 0-0 between Team NYC and Team Long Island. Bottom 2 set to start, and Andrew Smith taking the bump.
Yeah, Andrew Smith, the right-handed pitcher for the New York City roster. He's going to Manhattan. He plays for Showtime New York. He get the fastball up to 87, but what's key with him is his whiff rate. He has an 80% whiff rate. It just shows how well he can work in his off speeds, the changing of timings. As you see there on the broadcast, a little bit of a weird arm slot from what we've seen, a little bit lower, probably a little bit lower down than 3/4. So we'll see how this Long Island roster adjusts.
And again, something we talked about earlier as well. You see different pitchers. It's a little bit tougher adjusting to those release points, those styles, some of the speeds coming in. You just mentioned 87 topping out on the fastball. We were seeing 94, 95 back in the first inning. So for some of these batters, being able to adjust, adapt, be ready each inning for the new challenge that they await. Andrew Smith getting ready to go. Like you said, a little bit of a different arm angle. We'll see how Team Long Island tries to attack here in bottom 2.
Yeah, they'll have leading off that first baseman we mentioned earlier, C.J. Alfano, going to West Virginia. Boasted truly a very special few years at St. Anthony's. He's a 2-time all-league player in 2024 and 2025, and then when St. Anthony's made their playoff run in 2024, he was the Championship Series MVP. He can truly hit for power. He had 6 home runs this past summer, He's a big profile guy going to West Virginia. A school like that, there's a lot to carry on that name, and he's handled it very well.
Like you said, he had a prolific high school career. He's going to look to carry that over into college. And looking to get the first hit of the night tonight. CJ Alfano, again, lefty stick. West Virginia commit, steps into the box, getting ready to face off against Andrew Smith. Travis Quigley, Magnus Healy here on the call for the LI Sports Network at the 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup. Smith fires home his first pitch of the night right over the heart of the plate. 0-1, the count on Alfano.
Yeah, that's that inside corner that you can hammer, especially as a pitcher with a weird arm slot. It kind of cuts in on you, and you're going to have to catch up early on that.
Smith's going to call time here, just wants to reset himself. Now he's ready to go. Kicks, comes home, and that one grounded right back up the middle, and Alfano going to get the first hit of tonight's game.
Yeah, way to open it up. Looked like a slider low and outside there. Stayed back on it, drove it right back up the middle. This is what you want to see as a coach. It's basic hitting. Doesn't overcomplicate it. Doesn't try to pull the ball. Just does what the pitches give him.
And again, that swing, that hit right there kind of shows why he had so much success throughout his high school career. Because you don't got to spray it all the time. You don't got to do anything crazy every time you're up into the box. But if you can get on base like that, that's what coaches want to see. As that one is fouled off right away. Matthew Kurz out of Clark.
Yeah, Kurz going to Hofstra. We're actually playing in Hofstra's backyard here over at Malloy. He can also run up the radar gun. We might get to see his arm today up to 88. Big, high-profile right-handed pitcher, up 6'3", 192, as he takes 2 aggressive hacks there off of Smith.
And both went foul down the first base line, so 0-2, nobody out. We'll see how Smith attacks Kurz here with the count in his favor.
Yeah, kind of like 0-2. You have a lot to work with. You know, obviously you don't want to let him get even, but you could risk a ball here up and in with the fastball to set something up later in the count.
Just check over on Alfano, back in plenty of time.
50 raffle, an arm link for $10. We will draw the number in the 7th inning. 50-50 raffle coming around.
Smith kicks, goes home with it. Thought about popping up going to first was the NYC catcher, Devin Diaz. Elected to just hold on to it, go back to Smith. So 1-2 here. Smith nods his head to the plate. Check swing, but did not go around, so it's 2-2 now.
Yeah, it's that slider he showed earlier in the inning to Alfano that Alfano took up the middle. It's got a ton of break, and especially from a weird arm slot. A fastball that kind of cuts away from a lefty, or a righty, excuse me.
Runner going, that one fouled straight back, so Alfano will retreat to first.
But a fastball that's going to cut out from you as a righty, you're going to take it, and then that slider that you just see, it's a little bit more of the tunneling and the intricacies that come with pitching. That cutter that he's going to, or the fastball that cuts on you that he's going to take on the outside, he'll then swing with the slider that breaks further.
Smith ready, comes home, that one low. Full count now on Matthew Kurz. Team Long Island looking for their second base runner of the inning, second base runner of the game. Smith's ready and deals. Chop straight back. Certainly has been a battle between these two.
Yeah, this was the thing we talked earlier, starting in last inning when they got Morrell to second base, and this is something you'll see. You get the leadoff single from a guy like Alfano, then you have a really good at-bat here from Kurz. Kind of starts to build momentum as a team. You gain more confidence. He's fouled off probably 4 or 5 pitches this at-bat. It's been a really good battle, and you come out on top and you get a walk or a single, and you're looking at first and second with no outs here.
8th pitch of the at-bat, inside, ball 4, and the walk is drawn by Kurz. So runners on first and second. And now stepping into the box for Team Long Island is number 16, Jalen Josie.
Yeah, the star-studded outfielder and right-handed pitchers going to the University of Stony Brook here on Long Island. And he can truly display it on all fields. He's played a little bit of the infield in his time this summer. He hit really well. had three tanks on the Holy Trinity team in the spring. He's up in a big position here, first and second with no outs, and this is the guy I want up in my lineup.
Great opportunity here for Jalen. As you mentioned, Magnus, another member of that Holy Trinity squad. Alfano on second. Kerrs on first. Nobody out here, bottom two. First pitch home to Josie over the plate, 0-1 the count.
Now batting the right fielder, number 16, Jalen Josie.
Yeah, it's that cutting fastball that he has that Smith has been working with these right-handed hitters on that outside corner.
Smith ready. Comes home with it. Josie swings at a pitch that was inside, fouls it off. Now it's quickly 0-2 here. Smith in control, in charge, looking for the first out.
Yeah, definitely. You see a swing like that on a slider they took inside. Josie saw it early. He was just too jumpy on it almost. But now he stays back here. You got a lot to work with. You got that cut fastball that Smith has in his repertoire.
Ryan Tulo on deck here for Team LI. As Josie's ready for the 0-2 pitch, coming at him. Takes it outside, 1-2, good eye there.
Yeah, definitely a confident take from Jalen there, and that's a big thing as a hitter. You're 0-2 and you have a take like that, it builds up your confidence. You're like, all right, I'm seeing the pitch as well. Now I'm going to go execute my swing.
Runners take their leads. Smith home, skied in the air by Josie. Might fall into the gap, coming across, making the catch. Team NYC second baseman Lorenzo Judge got on his horse to grab that one, caught it just inside of foul territory, and we get the first out of the game here. First out of the inning here in the bottom of the second. Tulo now getting ready to step into the box.
Yeah, one of those kind of flare pop-ups in no man's land there in shallow right field. A lot of guys coming on. You don't know who's going to catch it. A great job there by Judge to command the field and get his out there.
Truly had a great jump to get across. Smith to Tulo, and that one's low. 1-0 the count.
Yeah, Tulo, the high-profile 6'3", right-handed bat out of Wantagh Senior in Wantagh, New York.
One-0 pitch, runners going, swing and a miss for a strike. The throw to third, got him! A dart right there from Devin Diaz. A beautiful throw from behind home plate, 2 away here in the bottom of the second.
I thought Alfano had a good enough jump on that he was going to get in there, but that's just the arm of Devin Diaz that you have behind the plate, the Miami commit there. Even with the right-handed batter, moves around him and throws a dime to the third baseman.
Smith upstairs on Tulo. So Alfano out at third, caught stealing. Kerrs on second now, and a 2-1 count on Tulo. Inside once again, 3-1 now, Tulo.
Yeah, it's a risky take there by Tulo. It's a really good inside fastball there from Smith. Couldn't get the call from Blue, but 3-1 count here. I'll have to battle back and make his pitch.
Tulo's set. Smith's going to step off once again here. Looking to recompose himself. 2 away. Runner on second. 0-0. Smith to the plate. That one in. Full count now. Great pitch right there by Smith. Executed that one perfectly.
Yeah, this will be the biggest pitch of the inning here from Smith. It's a 3-2 count with 2 outs. Last thing you want to do is give this team a little bit of momentum that they have with runners on.
The full count pitch, 3-2, inside corner, strike 3. Just the one hit in the inning. 1 runner left on for Team Long Island. No runs surrendered. We stay 0-0 going into the top of the third. Magnus and I are going to take a quick pause. We'll be back in about 30 seconds to pick up coverage again. 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup here on the LI Sports Network. 1-0 between Team Long Island and Team New York City right now. Jumping onto the mound for Team Long Island is Tristan Hicks out of Cary High School. Hicks delivers the first pitch. That one's outside.
Yeah, the righty out of Franklin Square, New York, attends Cary, as you just mentioned. Get the fastball to 85, sits around the 81, 84 range. Good righty with some good off speeds.
And it's Aiden LaSalle in the box right now for Team NYC. LaSalle coming out of Archbishop Stempenac. 2-0. She's been very patient thus far, and he swings at that one, skies it out deep center field, takes a hop, goes up against the fence. He's rounding second, headed for a 3. He's going to slide in head first, safe, and it's a leadoff triple.
That's just a great piece of hitting. He sees it early, identifies it, gets the barrel out in front, and drives that to deep center field.
Aiden LaSalle starting the top of the third with some fireworks, a big blast. Put it right up on the warning track, one hop off the wall, and turns it into 3 bags. Swinging and missing at that first pitch, Anthony DeLeon.
It's a huge thing now for Tristan to be able to give up that leadoff triple and then battle back here. You still got 3 outs to go in the bottom half of this third. Is showing them what you're made of and what you can really do when you're under the moment.
That one was low. 1-1 now. Want to thank you all at home for tuning in for the 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup here on the LI Sports Network. Got viewers all around the world. Our good friend Rin Shimano out in Japan tuning in. Thank you so much. Again, thank you to everyone who's watching the broadcast. Make sure you send this around. Send it to family members, friends. Make sure that they all know we got some great talent on the field tonight. As that one, couple hops out to short on the grounder, throw to first, got him in time, but we get our first run of the game, 1-0 for New York City.
Yes, that's baseball right there. You know, it doesn't have to be a home run, it doesn't even double in the gap. It's just a simple ground ball to the shortstop there, Periclosi, and it gets the job done. It's an RBI that the whole team will be thanking him for there in the dugout.
So 1-0 for NYC. The RBI scooped up there by DeLeon. And now Sean Concannon in the box out of Iona Prep with just 1 away. Took that first pitch for a ball, 1-0 count here on Concannon. Next pitch, and that one well inside. And umpire says it hit him. So Concannon's going to get first base here. Might have caught him right on the thumb. As he kept looking at that right thumb there, I think it caught him just on the inside. And he'll go walk to first. Go back to the top of the order now for Team New York City. Lorenzo George back in the box. He struck out his first time up at the plate. Upstairs.
Yeah, something now is like when you get back to the second half of the lineup and their second time through, you're not seeing like the 91, 92 that you saw from Coates and then Acosta in the first inning. You're seeing something a little bit more dialed back here from Hicks. It's a little bit more in the mid-80s range, but they can still do damage as long as he's mixing his secondaries well and showing them everything he has. You know, any day of the week, 80 miles an hour can play with 95. It just depends on how you throw it.
Agreed, agreed. And we get a quick timeout there, quick meeting of the minds at the mound. Ready to go once again. The 1-0 pitch. And that one with some gas, Magnus. Got him to swing there. George, 1-1 now.
Yeah, that's the thing. You throw the changeup, you throw the curveball, you mix all of it in, and then that fastball from 85 starts to look like 90 when you've seen all these different pitches worked in at these different speeds.
One pitch coming after the pickoff move to first. Swung on that one to short. The throw to second, gonna go out into right field. And Vanson all the way to third, back to first, and that one goes wild as well, coming all the way around to score. Concannon, 2-0 for NYC. George moves to second on the throwing error.
Yeah, a lot of chaos happening on that play. You have the dribbler there to the shortstop, and he just tries to make the really good effort at the play there at second base, gets away from him, and then you try to get him back picked there at first, and then it gets away from Westcott there at first, and it generates a run there for the New York City team.
The effort to get to the ball originally was there. Just a very difficult throw going back across your body, moving that way. Not easy to do, and NYC takes advantage of it. 2-0 here. 2 runs scored in this top of the third, and that one's upstairs. Takes a big hop off the back netting, but advancing to third easily there is George, and he'll be on third base with just 1 away now.
Yeah, like you said earlier there was a difficult throw for John there to make it second, or at shortstop, excuse me. You're on one leg. You're trying to spin around and throw to second on an accurate throw, get there in time. It's a difficult play, but it was a phenomenal effort from him to get it there. And now as a team, you kind of have to dial yourself back, come down to earth here, and settle in and focus on the next batter.
Hicks looking to settle back down as well. Fires home upstairs 2-0 now. Devin Diaz. He struck out back in the first. Had that phenomenal defensive play in the bottom of the second to catch Alfano stealing. That one in the zone. 2-1 now. Good location there from Hicks.
Yeah, that's all you need as a pitcher. You just need 1 strike. You know, you could see that you could do it. You obviously have been doing it for the past few batters, and as long as you let them put the ball in play, good things are going to happen. You have a really good defense behind you. You know every guy on this team can field. You just got to come down to yourself, stop going for the strikeouts, and just let the game play itself.
Back upstairs with it for Hicks. 3-1 the count now on Diaz. It's been a battle so far between Team NYC and Team Long Island. Fouled straight back.
This is a big pitch here for Hicks. Obviously you have a little bit of a rocky start, and it's not credit to yourself. You know you're a good pitcher. You know what you have your stuff. You got this guy 3-2 now. This runner on third, even if it's a walk, it's a harmless walk. You set yourself up for a double play, but an out here would be really huge and a morale booster for Hicks.
Hicks fires home. That one skied deep center field. Tracking it down, up, back foot, almost on the track. The catch is made. It'll drive in a run, though. George makes it 3-0 on the RBI sac fly.
Yeah, the center fielder out there, Dylan Alt from Seaford, New York, made a really phenomenal play. Obviously, that's so deep, it's really on your back foot. It's just nothing you could do there trying to get the runner at home. That's the second productive out you've seen from New York City between the ground ball to short to score him, and then obviously that sacrifice fly, to center field.
Aiden Roman back in the box now. Roman also looking for his first hit of the game. Takes that one right over the black. 1-1 the count.
He had a really good summer bat in 481. I think I might have mentioned this when he was up in the first inning. He had 3 triples. Obviously, he shows off his speed there like a few of his teammates have this inning. It's all about getting your swing off, too. You know you're going to get at some point in the at-bat a pitch that you're able to hit, and it's about making the most of that pitch that you're given.
2-1 now. That one bounced in from Hicks. Surrendered 3 runs so far this inning, looking to get out of it. That one chopped down to third base, and just hops foul. So Roman's going to come back, do it again.
Yeah, smart play there by the third baseman, Jagger Adamo, the LIU commit on that Long Island City team. Not trying to charge the ball and probably force a play there, but just letting it come to you. You know, now you give your pitcher that extra strike and put him in position to attack this batter here.
Like you said, a great read there. He takes maybe 1-2 steps in. He catches that, and it's going to be in fair territory. And with the speed on display right there from Roman, it would have been a bang-bang play. That one hops in. 3-2 now, full count.
Ball or not there, I like that pitch selection from Tristan. You know, you see these early on the fastball. You try to speed that bat up even more, getting that curveball down low there. Now you set yourself up to maybe gas him up with the fastball.
The 3-2 pitch to Roman, and he swings, grounds it to short. Pericolosi can't handle it clean. And reaching first safely is going to be Aiden Roman. Inning continues here for NYC.
Number 7, Ryan.
And that one's going to go in the books as an error at short.
Yeah, like we mentioned, especially in the mind of Tristan Hicks, you throw your strikes, you let whatever happens, happens. And you have a really good shortstop there, Paraclosi, and from everyone in the entire infield, you trust them. So now it's just about, making the right play.
That one outside corner, 0-1 the count now. Good recovery pitch from Hicks coming back off Roman reaching base. Roman thought about going there. He'll retreat back to first, 1-1 the count.
Yeah, that's a changeup he displayed earlier on that low count to Roman. He's gotten it low. If he could throw for a strike here, maybe get a little roll over to the first baseman here.
Morel, we saw he reached back in the second. That one well upstairs. Roman's going to advance to second. 2-1 the count. As we said, Morel reached back in the second. Top of the second, that is, with a walk. Then he stole a base.
Yeah, you see the catcher there, Shane Meehan, just telling Tristan to just calm down. Come down to earth, take a deep breath, and execute your pitch here. It's a 2-1 count here.
Morel, the lefty stick, ready in the box. Hicks comes home, upstairs, 3-1 now.
Yeah, the difference between a 3-1 count and a 2-2 count, just it's the pitcher's mindset and the hitter's mindset. As a hitter, you know you're going to have to get a strike here, so you know that you're playing aggressive. Oddly enough, he takes there, though, with the fastball. And obviously, you're going to get a fastball on a 3-1 count 9 times out of 10, just depending on the trust that the pitcher might have with his off speeds. And you see a lot of hitters, the count and the statistics, it's in their favor on 3-1 counts.
3-2 pitch, 2 away. Morel swings and misses. A big strikeout there from Hicks to get out of this inning, but damage was done by NYC. 3 runs in the top of the third, 2 hits, 2 errors for Team Long Island, which proved to be costly. NYC now with the lead, looking to hold on to it. Team Long Island will step into the box and look to respond quickly here after the big inning from New York City.
Yeah, looking like towing the rubber here. Number 21 for New York City, Nick Mascarilla, the 2026 grad. This is the great thing about a game like this, where it's almost like kind of a showcase environment. Obviously, prior to this, you had them run the 60 time, take some BP in front of coaches. And every pitcher's getting the chance to go out and showcase themselves here and show the coaches what they have. And especially for a guy like Tristan there, the ability to work out of a jam and for him to, get into some trouble early in the inning, but he can keep his composure and battle back and get that last strikeout to finish there. It shows the mental fortitude of a pitcher like that.
And I want to touch back on something you just brought up. A lot of the coaches here, the scouts, the staff, that you see the notebooks, you see the guns, you see the pen and paper constantly out. You see them constantly jotting notes, getting ready, keeping notes on all these players out here. They want to keep their eye. This is a great show for these players to, as you mentioned, the pitchers, show off your stuff, show off your repertoire. How do you attack different kinds of batters? For guys, for guys in the field, show off your defensive capabilities when you're stepping up to the plate. Show your batter's eye, show your swing, show how you work through an at-bat. When you go down early, maybe you go up early. How do you face those challenges? And this game is a great atmosphere, a great contest for each individual player to showcase themselves.
Yeah, it's even a thing like that, too. It doesn't always have to be a success as well. You could hit a pop fly, and the college coach or the scout could see something in your swing that they like, and they see projectability. Like we see John Paraclosi up here, the shortstop who made that phenomenal effort. It's a thing like that. It shows athleticism and range of motion despite the play not being made.
1,000%. It's the effort that's there as Paraclosi is going to take that first pitch upstairs.
The 2026 out of Rockville Center attends Southside High School.
Again, it's Nick Mascarilla on the mound for NYC. That one low and inside. 2-0 the count. So Mascarilla's working a bit quick here. Paracolosi steps out, right back in. Mascarilla already ready to go. Kicks, deals. Ball there. 3-0 the count now.
It's almost something kind of here as a hitter, you start to feel uncomfortable. It's like the second he steps out of the box to collect himself, taps the bat on home plate, he looks up, and all of a sudden Mascarilla is in his windup and the pitch is coming at you. It's definitely a hard feeling in the box.
3-0 heater right over the plate. 3-1 now. And that's always a piece of the chess match, right, Magnus, between the hitter and the batter. As that one comes in 3-2, and you see now really finding his composure, working himself back into this at-bat, Mascarilla.
Yeah, none of these misses have been too far. He's kind of been around that zone that he wants to be in, nothing too crazy.
And he gets the strikeout. Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful pitch right there to get Pericolosi. Like you said, he was pretty consistent with all 6 pitches he threw in that bat.
Yeah, definitely. They were all in the range where they could have been strikes, could have been balls. It's on the border. At the end of the day, as a pitcher, as long as you're executing your pitch, the count might not go in your favor, but it's something like that where you go bounce back from a 3-0 count, 3 straight strikes to get the strikeout there.
Gets that one in for a strike. 0-1 the count. Shane Meehan in the box out of Sayville.
Yeah, the catcher already threw a runner out today, showing off his arm. See the bat he has today.
Upstairs, so 1-1 now on Meehan. Here in the bottom of the 3rd inning, 3-0 for New York City. All 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. 2-1 the count now.
Yeah, exactly what we called that. It's a really good up and outside pitch. You didn't get the call, but it's knowing as a pitcher, all right, I'm doing my job. It's something I can't really control.
And that one going to be lined out to left field. Team Long Island getting a single on the board there. Their 2nd hit of the night.
Yeah, it's just a little bit something like a spark. Jagger Dimo coming up here, the LIU commit. You string together some hits, you get some good base running on, some small ball, as I like to call it, with maybe a sacrifice bunt or sac fly, stuff like that. And all of a sudden you're looking at maybe a 3-1 game or a 3-2 game.
Adamo out of Connecticut with a runner on first. Takes that breaking ball for a strike.
Yeah, it was something Mascarilla hadn't showed, as we might have a pinch runner in here for the catcher.
We will.
Pescarillo, or Paracloso, excuse me. And this is something you'll see. He didn't show the curveball much in the first two at bats of the inning. So it's something that as a hitter you can't really expect. And now you see it, and now you're prepared to hit it maybe throughout the rest of the at bat.
That's actually, I'm very happy you brought that up, because I was thinking it, but I wasn't 100% positive if that was the first curveball he had thrown, and it was. So thank you for confirming that for me, Magnus. We're still going to get the throw back to second, but Pericolosi advances no problem there. So 1-1 the count with 1 away here in the bottom of the 3rd.
Yeah, Diaz tried to get him sleeping, walking a little bit too far past second base if the ball goes that far. You have a big backstop here at Malloy. It's a collegiate field. You don't find that at a lot of travel ball fields, and it's something that runners can take advantage of, but certainly catchers, as Diaz tried to there.
Mascarilla missed the zone. Diaz with a great stop behind the dish. So 2-1 now. Again, Pericolosi, the pinch runner, is on second base.
Yeah, both Diaz and Meehan are showing off the ability to save the game. Diaz with a good block on that low and inside fastball the pitch prior. And it's with such a big backstop here, you could turn 1 base into 2, honestly. If you have the speed and the pitch gets, a bad bounce off of the fence, it's important keeping that ball in front of you and being a wall.
2-2 on Adamo. Got a piece, fouled it back. Keeps this AB alive.
Yeah, it's about having greedy ABs like Pericloso had in the first inning when they started to get that rally on with Alfano at second. And it's something like that where you just try to get a little bit of a spark going. You see that they're trying to start piece together what the hitter or the pitcher, is throwing to them, give the hitters a little bit of confidence.
That one in, strike 3 called, gets Adamo down looking, 2 away in the bottom of the 3rd.
That's that breaking ball that we once said Mascarilla hadn't really showed much. He showed it once in the first pitch, and then you come back to it, you're not really thinking of it. It kind of goes to the back of your mind. He has it, and then he catches him looking there.
Alvarez in the box now. Goes first pitch swinging, just like he did in his first at-bat. Fouls that one off over onto the track, just behind the first base dugout here at Mitchell Field.
Yeah, definitely. He's showing an aggressive approach here, which as a hitter is what you need, especially when you're down 3-0. It's not a crazy, deficit, but it's something that you're aggressive on a first pitch. You get a fastball that you're ready to hit. You drive it the other way, and you're looking at maybe a 2 or 1 run game.
1-1 pitch coming in. Finds the top part of the zone. 1-2 now.
Starting to have that feel for his breaking ball, working at the top half of the zone. He's starting to like the spot that he's in.
Mascarilla gets the sign to the plate. Alvarez chops it to short. Gets on his horse. He's hustling down the line. Throw over. Safe, beats it out. Great speed on display there. Inning will keep going here. Runners on the corners for Team Long Island.
Now batting.
Yeah, certainly. That's the grit you play with here. You know, you have 2 outs, you have a runner on second, and all of a sudden, just a little blooper. The shortstop is a difficult play, and you hustle that, you beat that ground ball out, shows your speed to the coaches, and keeps your team in this game.
Just a scrappy play right there from Alvarez, and Keegan McElligott will now step into the box. Getting a time called here. A little mound visit for Team NYC. Bring the infield in.
Yeah, it was a really good effort by Julian Guzman, the shortstop there, going to Maryland. It's a hard play. You have a guy like Jaden with so much speed on the base paths there. There's nothing you could really do. You had to make a good throw, and the first baseman also made a great effort to pick it there. At the end of the day, speed beats the arm.
Like you said, great speed coming out of the box for Jaden. And he knew right away. You could kind of tell as soon as he made contact, he knew in his head that if he didn't get going quickly, he wasn't going to make it there. And he definitely had his two or three first steps really, really got that momentum and speed going. Shows it off there. We'll see if he tries to make a run for second at any point during this at-bat to try to take away that easy out to second on a ground ball. That one finds the outside part of the corner. 0-1 the count here. Coming out of that mound visit.
Yeah, we spoke earlier when Jalen Josie was in that situation with the runners on, and how you kind of want to have that mindset of, I'm the guy who wants to be in the box right now. And that's something that was probably going through Keegan's mind right now. He knows he's a phenomenal hitter, and he can spray it to all sides of the field. It's a late time call there. But it's more knowing, you have the ability to hit whatever they give you, and it's trusting yourself, and it's the confidence that comes in the box that gives you almost an extra boost to your hitting ability.
You said these situations, you want to be the guy. And chance for Keegan here as he skies that one way up in the air. It's going to go over the Team Long Island dugout out of play.
We talk about this mental side of hitting and baseball, mental side of baseball as a whole. You could fail 7 times out of 10 in baseball and still make the Hall of Fame. That's a stat that's probably brought up a lot, and it just shows that failure can lead to success in a sport like this.
Absolutely. McElligott, 0-2. Mascarilla shakes off a couple signs. Now gets the one that he likes. Runner going outside. Alvarez going to steal, no throw.
Yeah, good decision there by Diaz. No point in risking an errant throw and letting that run score. Let him have the base and let McElligott make his swing here.
Pericolosi on third, Alvarez on second. McElligott at the plate. 1-2 with 2 away. The pitch. Upstairs, 2-2 now.
Yeah, now you see McElligott is now in the favor of the count here, even now at 2. 2's all on the scoreboard here. 2's on the bases. It's this is a big at bat here for the Long Island team.
McElligott at minimum looking to get on base here. Would love to drive in that run at third. And gets it on the outside corner. A perfect spot pitch from Mascarilla. And sets him down with the K. 2 runners left stranded for Team Long Island. They get a hit in the inning. No errors for Team NYC. We stay once again 3-0 New York City over Team Long Island. Stick with us. We're coming in for the top of the 4th inning. Magnus Healy going to be taking over the play-by-play. Joining him for color commentary also from Chaminade, we have Max Rotniak. Excited to have these two with us here at the LI Sports Network tonight. So Magnus, you take it away. Going to hand the headset over to Max.
Hello and welcome to the Malloy University Lions baseball field as we take it here for the top half of this 4th inning at the Leiderman Cup, the 5th annual of the Mike Leiderman Cup. I'm here joined alongside Max Rotniak. Max, what have you seen so far?
It's really been a great game. We've seen a lot of talent been showcased across both sides, Long Island and City, and I'm really interested to see what the home team can do here in the top of the 4th inning, because their last inning was a little devastating. You know, they had such a good first 2 innings going for them, and then the 3rd inning kind of just dropped off, a couple unforced errors. Let's see if they can clean that up here in the 4th inning.
Yeah, definitely. You have a guy we have on the mound now, Joe Carey, the 2026 out of Garden City. Gets the fastball up to 84, and he'll be looking to get the team back with a clean slate in the dugout and let the offense do their thing. As we see leading off this inning for the City team, it is number 12. Jaden Giganti out of Cary High School. Sorry, I didn't see that on my roster. As Cary says yes to the sign, he'll be ready to deliver the 0-0. In there, swung on and missed. Fastball down Broadway. Count now 0-1.
It's another great start for the City team pitching. It's been a great consistency all night for them.
He goes right back to it. Swing and a miss there from Giganti.
Number 12, Austin Sight.
Count now 0-2. Carry sets, delivers. Ground ball up the middle. Coming around is Periclosi. Delivers to first to Alfano and gets the out. 1 away here in the top half of the 4th inning. You know, a better bounce back start there from maybe the poor defensive fielding they might have had in the top half of the 3rd.
You know, if you're Long Island, you also don't want to give the City team any room to run. We saw a lot of base running in the previous inning, and you know, again, Long Island can't be giving up these mistakes, but they also can't be letting these batters get onto base.
Certainly, as Carey delivers ball on the inside half there to Julian Guzman, the shortstop going to Maryland. Now you got 1 out. It's a 1-0 count, and time called by Meehan for a little discussion at the mound.
So far, he's been doing well. Got a couple of strikes on the previous batter. See if he can bounce back from the 0-1 start that he's created for himself.
Yeah, like we had mentioned earlier in the broadcast with Travis, it's kind of just, you know, you're throwing strikes and letting the batters get themselves out, as we saw there on the ground ball to the shortstop. As Carey says yes to the sign once again, sets and delivers. Fastball in there for a strike to even out the count, 1-1. Quick working pace from both the pitcher and the batter. Delivers. Fastball line back up the middle to the center fielder, Dylan Alt. That'll be 2 away here in the top half of this 4th inning. A good clean inning start for Joe Carey.
It's another gun down pitch, if you will. Saw it bottom of the 3rd inning from the City team.
As Carey will look to get a 3rd out here. Wind up delivery. Breaking ball. Ump says he goes.
First baseman, number 9, Aiden LaSalle.
Aiden LaSalle there with the check swing. Couldn't hold. 0-1 count with 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning. He goes up and in with the fastball for a ball. 1-1 now.
See some swings here out of Long Island.
And he gets him on the breaking ball there low again. LaSalle can't hold up. Now the count's 1-2 with 2 outs here in the top half of the 4th inning.
Periclosi cannot afford another strike. He's going to have to be patient here. He's going to have to wait for the right pitch. And if not, foul out is necessary.
And the fastball misses up with the ball there. It'll be 2-2 now with 2 outs. 2's on the scoreboard once again. You know, now Carey has to think about more of a decisive pitch here as he's already back into the windup. And the fastball down Broadway, strike 3 to end the top half of this 4th inning for Long Island. Get them back into the dugout with a chance to see the offense do something.
Yeah, it was great work there from Long Island. You know, last inning, once we saw all those 2's on the scoreboard, disaster was spelled. Run after run after run, batted in. But here, some great work from the pitcher, and just like that, possession for City.
As we see a new pitcher on the mound here for the City team, number 14, Xavier Caraco, He also could dial up the radar gun, getting his fastball up to 91. Out of Bronx, New York, attends Goliath Academy. Waiting for his catcher to get behind plate to warm him up. It looks like for Long Island, we'll have leading off number 12, Jaden Gigante looking to just get something going, chip away with runs here.
Hoping to see some risk taking here from Long Island. First couple innings, played it safe. Maybe a careless mistake here or there, but either way, they're going to need to ramp up the swings. They're going to need to ramp up the hits. Again, that's really the only way they can overcome this 3-0 deficit.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, obviously you're seeing a little bit, the velocity does change the more you bring in, because we're seeing about a pitcher every inning here. You'll see some up to mid-90s, some into mid-80s, but it all just depends on how these pitchers attack these batters. With a fastball at 85 that can be mixed in with good breaking balls, it can start to look like 90 just because of the change of speeds. And we'll have to see how Long Island combats it here. So we'll see about the top half of their lineup come up and get a little rally going here. I got to ask you, Max, what do you think is most important for Long Island to do to get themselves back into this game in the bottom half of the fourth?
They're just going to have to read the pitcher well. The city pitching corps has been great so far. They've misdirected, they've misled this entire Long Island batting order so far, not giving up much. So Long Island's going to have to read the pitchers better, and we'll see if they can do that in just a moment.
Yeah, like you said, not giving up much. The scoreboard, 3 runs on the board for the New York City team on 2 hits. And Long Island, no runs on 3 hits with 2 errors committed as we head here into the bottom of the fourth. Caraco will deliver his last warm-up pitch. I will also mention there's a new catcher into the game. It's Anthony DeLeon out of Citus Prep, number 26. As Gigante will step into the box, and Caraco will toe the rubber. Here in the bottom of the fourth, the Long Island Sports Network. Xavier shakes off a few pitches looking for what he wants, and time called by the home plate umpire. And Gigante right back into the box. And now he comes set and delivers. The 0-0 pitch up for a ball. 1-0 to start to Jaden Gigante.
See if Gigante can read some of these pitches well. He read that one well, let it go for a ball.
Yeah, now looking to get even in the count here. He delivers. Fastball low, 2-0 here. As Caraco, looking to battle back here, get it 2-1 and challenge Gigante, make him make his swing. So he comes set now. And he delivers. The 2-0 skids to the backstop. Gets past the glove of DeLeon. It'll be a 3-0 count now here to Jaden in his favor. You got to see a strike here.
Really do not want to let the first one of the inning walk, the first batter of the inning walk, could spell disaster here for New York.
You have a big bat like Alfano on deck, ready to do some damage. Now the 3-0 pitch from Xavier as he comes set, takes his sign, and to home. Misses low and outside for a ball. It'll be a leadoff walk there for Gigante on 4 pitches to start off the bottom half of this fourth inning.
So Gigante playing it smart there. I think we saw a couple times this game, New York getting some hits, stringing together some momentum, but messing up on just one crucial aspect of the inning and losing it all from that. So it's a great test of patience, great test of awareness here from Gigante to just let every one of those pitches miss the mark.
Yeah, and the first baseman for Long Island, number 24, CJ Alfano, the West Virginia commit, and he'll be towing off here against the big arm Caraco. And he delivers. Spikes it a little bit before home plate for ball 1. Now that is 5 straight balls that Long Island's seen. You kind of start to wonder, let's take till a strike or something here. Make Xavier make a pitch here. The batter and the pitcher now are ready. From the stretch, Gigante leads off a first. And then delivers. Slider there for a strike. Gets the swing on Alfano. Evens out the count at 1-1 now.
So a good strike here. See if they can switch some momentum up. Give the city team a bit of hope.
Yeah, definitely have a bounce back pitch there. Getting the strike and the swing from Alfano. Gigante a little bit bigger of a lead there from first. And his slide step. And the strike down Broadway on the off-speed pitch there. Now the count is 1-2 to Alfano. No outs here in the bottom half of this fourth. Gigante on first, Alfano in the box, the 1-2 count. Xavier takes his sign, comes set, toe tap motion, slide step delivers. Bouncing ball, it'll get by the catcher DeLeon, and Gigante will take second base with ease, takes a little bit of a look. Now it evens the count, now 2-2 to Alfano.
Saw that same type of play in the top of the third a few times where the ball would just skip past the catcher, allowing the on-base runner to steal a base or two. So great play here from Team Long Island.
And DeLeon will meet there with Caraco to discuss maybe some signs with the runner on second. As the 2-2 count now to Alfano. Takes some practice swings, gets into the box with his green cleats. Caraco ready to take his sign. Steps off. It's a vision thing. Maybe unable to see his sign. He toes the rubber here. Gigante leading off of second. No hold from the shortstop, Guzman. Comes set now. Creeping is Guzman. And Caraco will deliver. The 2-2 pitch is a ball up and in to CJ Alfano. The count now even with a runner on second. 3-2 now.
A vital pitch on the full count.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to walk the first two batters of the inning. Give Long Island a little bit of momentum. The payoff pitch. Line to the second baseman. Caught. Diving back to second base is Gigante, and he gets in there safe. A good effort there by the second baseman as Alfano just punches the ball to second base, trying to double up Gigante, as they might have thought that ball had gotten down.
Number 6, Matthew Kurz.
It was a really good heads-up effort there at second base by Lorenzo George, is now stepping into the box. Number 6, the right-handed batter Matthew Kurz. Runner on second with only one out in the bottom of the fourth. Jorge creeping at second. Caraco takes his sign, comes set, and delivers. The 0-0 pitch gets past DeLeon, and that will be third base for Gigante. And it will be 1-0 with a runner on third now for Kurz.
Gigante again, sharp awareness within his eyes, looking to where the ball goes, just skips past the catcher once more, hits against the back wall we're right next to, and just like that, runner in prime scoring position.
Yeah, definitely. That's the one thing we mentioned earlier in the broadcast with Travis is how deep the backstop is at a collegiate field like this. It makes the importance of the catching position just that more important than it already is in a game like this, where one run is the difference when you have such a good pitching repertoire for both teams, pitching rotation. As the head coach, Bob Fletcher, with the mound visit here for Caraco. Looking to just refocus him. Make an executed pitch here with one out to go in the bottom of the fourth and a 1-0 count to Matthew Kurz.
You know, Bob Fletcher's words clearly echoing large here to the city. I mean, he's a New York Baseball Hall of Famer, so clearly someone with a high pedigree and someone who's going to give a lot of insight to his players.
Oh, for sure. A guy who's coached baseball for as long as we could remember and just has so much experience. Words of wisdom, truly, for the players out here. And the pass ball gets by DeLeon. Scoring for home is Gigante, and he will score with ease. And Long Island puts the first run up on the board here in the bottom of the fourth inning. 3-1 New York City now. Long Island got a little something brewing here.
So a little bit of luck, if you may, here for Long Island. Just 3 errors from the catcher in a row, allowing Gigante to steal the second, the third, and then the home.
There's the 2-0 pitch. In there for a strike. The off-speed catches that inside corner, as you mentioned. You know, manufacturing your own runs here with the stolen bases that get by to Leon back there. Gigante was able to make his own run for the team as he gets Kurz swinging there on the off-speed pitch to even out the count here, 2-2 with an out to play in the fourth inning. He takes his sign. The 2-2 pitch. Misses up on the off-speed, tried to go back to it for a third time in a row, and that'll be the 3-2 count. Looking to keep Kurz off the base paths with one out here in the bottom of the fourth. The payoff pitch. Up, looks like again with the off-speed pitch, and he will walk courage to bring up the outfielder Jalen Josie out of Holy Trinity, committed to Stony Brook University. There'll be one runner on with one out in the bottom of the fourth.
Number 16.
Now Josie has a big job to do. Get another run in for Long Island. And again, on the pitching side of things, City really has to get more strikes here. Also, the catching got to be a little bit more clean. But overall, they have a great chance to shut Long Island out in the next 2 at-bats.
Definitely for sure, as Caraco delivers up and away with the fastball to Josie. He goes by the nickname Yum. Maybe likes to eat up these big moments with runners on and likes to deliver. That's where the nickname come from. As the 1-0 pitch with Kurz leading off of first base. Xavier comes set, toe tap motion, slide step to home, and it's the off-speed inside taken for a ball from Josie.
So now 2-0. Good chance for City to get their second out of the inning.
You're a ground ball away from getting out of this inning, which is kind of a mindset thing that you have to have as a pitcher here, is know that you're just 1 out away from getting out of this inning. One ground ball, one good pitch. As the 2-0 comes here to Josie. The off-speed just misses up as a ball to Josie there. 3-0 now. 3-0. Kurz will lead off of first. 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth inning, a 3-1 game. Caraco will come set. Slide step, delivers first strike, high and outside to Jalen Josie. Even at the count here, 3-1.
That pitch and the following pitches have to be on target. If you let another runner on base, that gives a prime opportunity for Long Island to tie this ball game up.
That'll be ball 4 there to Josie, misses up. And now you got runners on first and second. There's another mound visit here from head coach Bob Fletcher. Possibly a pitching change. This is the second of the inning. Now you're looking at Long Island. You have a momentum builder is entering from the bullpen. We will see. Runners on first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth, as that is it for Caraco on the inning.
See, it's a master class of momentum shifting, if you will, from Team Long Island. Again, being 3-0 down in the third inning to coming back in the fourth inning to being one big play away from tying this ball game up, if not giving yourself a lead. It's a really great fourth inning job from this Long Island team.
Yeah, give what you get, or take what you're given, per se, here. Long Island wasn't given a lot of strikes to work with. They said, okay, manufacturer runs with Gigante on first now, and you get him home. He's still second, he's still third, and he's still home. As number 2, Braden McGowan. Excuse me. That is for the Long Island team. Number 2, Brandon Stabile, the 2026. Get his fastball up to 80 miles an hour. Will enter the game here for this New York City team from Iona Prep. As he'll take his warm-up pitches here. Max, I want to ask you now, if you're Long Island, you have a little bit of something brewing. You only have 1 out with first and second now, and 2 of your really fast guys in Kurz and Josie. What are you looking to do here if you're the hitter?
Try to do just enough to let them steal the base, let them run the bases. You know, if you just ground it to the center, might be enough time for the infield to get the ball, get an out, and end the inning just like that. But if you can extend the play just a little longer, maybe get yourself a walk, extend the bases, allow for maybe a stolen run, as we saw earlier in the inning. A lot of these things have to go right for Long Island, but they're definitely plausible.
Yes, certainly. You'll have Ryan Tulo up here to lead off or continue the bottom half of the fourth inning for Long Island, as Long Island looks to make something out of this inning. You know, it started off pretty well. They got the start with Gigante, as we've continued to mention on this broadcast, in manufacturing the runs, as we'll continue to see some warm-up pitches here from Brandon Stabile, as the music is cut here on a crisp Friday night here in August.
Now batting the third baseman, number 3.
Ryan Tulo will take his practice swings, toe the box, as Stabile will toe the rubber for this matchup here with 1 out to go in the bottom of the fourth inning.
It's a crucial at bat, as Long Island do have 2 runners on base and only 1 out to their disadvantage.
Stabile will come set from the stretch. He delivers. First pitch, off speed low, and a ball 1-0 to Tulo. Tulo trying to manufacture a run here with a base hit for Long Island. As the 1-0 pitch with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th will come set. Little hop off from Kurz. Fastball low and outside for ball 2. Tulo tells him to hold at second. Now the 2-0 pitch from Stabile. Josie leads off of first. Kurz leads off of second. He'll take his sign. He comes set. Wind up, delivers. Ball up and away. It'll be a 3-0 count now to Tulo in his favor.
You know, these off-target pitches have been the downfall of Team City this inning. So another batter let walk is just going to be, I don't think it can happen for City if they want to have a successful inning.
Yeah, as we see, he walks Tulo on 4 pitches to open out his outing in the bottom of the 4th, as it'll bring up Ryan Periclosi, the shortstop here today for this Long Island team. With the bases loaded with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. All you really need here, if you're New York City looking to get out of this inning, is a strike. That's what got them into this jam. That's what's going to get them out of it.
Yeah, so Stabile starting off with 4 balls, but if he can just get 1 strike going and some momentum on his side, could be great for this inning.
Exactly what you just asked for, that strike down Broadway, as Periclosi takes a huge hack and swings right through it. It'll be 0-1 now. From the windup here, and he delivers. The 0-1 swung through again now to Periclosi, and now Stabile with the advantage, 0-2 in the count. Bases loaded.
So great work here from Stabile, not letting the 3 runners on base affect him.
Definitely, as he has. Periclosi 0-2 here. He delivers. Ground ball to the second baseman. They'll go for 2. And it gets by the shortstop. Josie will round third. He will score. And we'll be safe all around. No batters will be out here, as you'll have Kurz marked in safe at third, and Periclosi will get in there at second base on the error from the second baseman. A lot of chaos. We saw that's exactly what happened when Long Island had their almost imploded of an inning, as the game is now tied 3-3 here in the bottom of the 4th.
First error of the game from City is so costly here. They're going to have to pick up the scraps and get 2 quick outs. Otherwise, more impending doom awaits.
Yeah, now as Stabile delivers, strike low and outside there. The defense will be playing in as Jorge just tried to make a quick throw to nab the runner for that double play. Gets away from Guzman, and then chaos, as you said, ensues. And the 0-1. He gets a swing. Ball gets away from the catcher. And he decides to hold there at first base, or third base, excuse me, does Tulo. So Tulo is your runner at third, and Periclosi your runner at second. The 0-2 count here for Shane Meehan, the catcher for Long Island's team. Be an 0-2 count. Stabile will come from the windup, takes his sign, infield in, he delivers. Fouled off the right field side, out of play, and he will stay alive here. The count remains 0-2.
Just as we heard a horn in the background, but either way, great way to stay alive, great way to push forward and take 1 step closer to a Long Island lead.
And the 0-2. Low and outside, he starts to get him to bite with the same breaking ball in that 0-1 pitch. Meehan stays disciplined and takes it. And he gets right back into the box looking to challenge Stabile here. Stabile takes his sign. Infield remains in. Tulo from third. Periclosi from second. The windup. The pitch. Misses with the ball. Catcher, though, DeLeon likes that, shaking his head at his pitcher, Stabile. A little encouragement there. The count is now even, 2-2.
And DeLeon had maybe a poor start to the inning, giving up a couple of missed balls, missed catches, but he's bounced back great. Made a couple of great plays, and now here a strikeout.
Yes, he gets Meehan swinging and missing there for the second out in the bottom half of this 4th inning. As stepping up now the extra hitter, Jagger Adamo, the Long Island University commit here, with a chance to give Long Island the lead here with runners on second and third, as Tulo will lead from third and Periclosi from second with 2 outs. As Stabile takes his sign and delivers. Misses high, hits right off the mask of DeLeon. He can't find it, and Tulo will come in safely to home plate. As it looked like it hit off the catcher's mask of DeLeon. He couldn't see it, must have lost it in the lights. Now it's 4-3 Long Island. Makes sure DeLeon is okay.
So unfortunately, another miscommunication between pitcher and catcher leads to a Long Island lead. Something we haven't seen all night, and this comes 1 inning after going down 3-0 thanks to their own mistakes. So capitalizing on City's faults, and just like that, it's 4-0, and we still have more to play in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, we don't know whether or not DeLeon might have gotten crossed up, mixed up the signs, or just couldn't see it due to the harsh lights that are out there at the Malloy center field wall. It'll be a 1-0 count with a runner on third. That runner is Periclosi as Stabile delivers. Curveball in there for a strike to even out the count 1-1.
Good work. They're going to need a lot of strikes here. It's the only way out of this. I mean, had a couple of chances to do it so far, but now it's going to count more than ever.
And he gets some swing there. Does Stabile. Adamo cuts and misses at the low curveball there to make the count now 1-2 with 2 outs here. Periclosi leads off of third. Adamo in the box. Stabile comes set, delivers. Curveball driven into left center gap. On his horse is, and that'll be the double. He'll get on to second base. Periclosi will score. He slips, sliding into second base, trying to round and get a triple out of there. Does Adamo, and a triple turns into a double on some slippery feet there, rounding second.
So 1 runner batted in, 2 bases taken, and somehow, some way, this inning is once more extended by Long Island, and they have an even larger lead now, 5-3.
Yeah, now 5-3 here in the bottom of the 4th. 5 runs alone for Long Island, as Jaden Alvarez will step in, once again showing his speed on that infield single we saw a few innings earlier. Now the count 1-0 to Alvarez. We saw a beautiful piece of hitting there as Adamo kind of struggled to hit the curveball earlier in the count and stays back and drives into the left center gap. And Alvarez will take a cut down the left field line, foul, 1-1.
So a lucky foul, if you will, there. That was a great hit. Had a lot of power behind it from the Teal batsman.
And Alvarez, the count will be even with 2 outs. Adamo will lead off of second. He delivers. Strike there down Broadway. The count now 1-2 to Alvarez. Chance to get out of this inning.
So will Alvarez be another Team Long Islander to extend with 2 strikes down?
The 1-2. Comes set, delivers. Goes Adamo. DeLeon picks it out of the ground, but no throw made on the transfer, and Adamo is safe into third base. Now a runner on third, as that pitch was a ball. It'll be a 2-2 count to Alvarez. 2's on the scoreboard. Chance to get out of this inning for Stabile and get his team back into the dugout. Comes set. He delivers. Curveball misses up to Alvarez. Now the count 3-2. You trust that curveball he's shown at this inning. Just couldn't get it down there. Now the payoff pitch with 2 outs. Adamo will be going. Alvarez ready. Stabile delivers. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. And that'll be the end of the 4th inning, but not after much comes from Long Island. 5 runs off of 3 hits. 1 error committed by New York City. We're here on the Long Island Sports Network. We'll stay with you during the switch this inning. I am Magnus Healy, joined alongside Max Rotniak. Max, what did you see that inning from Long Island that gave them the success?
Long Island just relentless, but also capitalizing on some City mistakes. Yes, only 1 error from City, while we had 2 from that unfortunate Long Island inning earlier. They're able to capitalize on each error so much more. They're able to capitalize on each mistake more than ever. And run after run after run, it seemed like a perfect plan for Team Long Island.
Yes, certainly, as we see Long Island will come out now in the top half of this 5th inning. And we see Andrew Caramico, the right-handed pitcher out of Chaminade High School from East Norwich, New York, can also get the radar gun up and lights it up. Fastball up to 90. had a solid inning for Chaminade going to St. John's. We see a few defensive changes. In at first base is number 23, Bobby Westcott, the Stony Brook commit. Playing second base is number 2, Brady McGowan, going to Marist. Their shortstop, number 22, is Jacob Vaccarello, going to Stony Brook as well. Their third baseman will now be Ryan Tulo, one of the sparks for that late inning. And in center field, number 12, it'll be Christopher Desidero in playing center. So a few defensive, or excuse me, Jaden Gigante is playing center, the St. John's commit. So we'll see a few defensive changes as Caramico finishes up his last warm-up. The throw down from Meehan is on target like always. So Caramico will now toe the rubber. And stepping into the box here is number 26, Anthony DeLeon, the catcher for the city. A few words exchanged between Meehan and Caramico. Caramico looking to get the team back into the dugout after a big bottom half of the fourth with a clean slate in the top of the fifth. It is 5-3 Long Island leading New York City here to go in the top of the half of the fifth on the Long Island Sports Network. Caramico comes and delivers. Strike down Broadway, big hack from DeLeon, 0-1 to start the inning.
Magnus, like you mentioned, Caramico, fast pitches, and just saw one there right down Broadway.
Exactly, he might go back to it here with the 0-1. Misses inside, gets past Meehan and skids to the backstop here. As Caramico will now have an even count here to DeLeon, the catcher. Come set, quick pace. Takes his sign. Time called by DeLeon. Caramico stays on the mound. Intimidating, fierce approach from the pitcher. Comes set. Delivers, and fastball outside. Misses for a ball. 2-1 now to DeLeon.
Great start from Long Island, needing a good inning here to retain their lead.
As Caramico will look to battle back from the first pitch strike that he received. Now 2-1 as he delivers to DeLeon. Spikes the fastball straight to the backstop. It'll now be 3-1 here. Count in DeLeon's favor once again. Looking to do some damage, take Caramico maybe the other way. Work some things in here.
Magnus, this net right in front of us taking a beating in the last 2 innings. Seen about a dozen of those balls just skip past the catcher, sometimes in for runs.
Yeah, saving us a little here as Caramico delivers a 3-1. Whoa, fastball there for ball 4 as that will put DeLeon on the bases as Caramico will now face off here against number 8. That'll be Sean Concannon, the outfielder out of Eastchester, New York, attends Iona Prep, as there will be a courtesy runner in for the catcher, DeLeon. City figuring out who they'll put in, and they go with number 17, Lorenzo Jorge, their second baseman. As Caramico will come from the stretch now. Jorge off of first, Concannon in the box. Takes his sign, checks the runner. He'll come set, slide step. Fastball misses low, pops out of Meehan's glove, and it'll be 1-0 here.
So another ball start for Caramico. See if he can bounce back from this one.
Yeah, it's been the name of the game here for both teams, and what's led to the chaos is the strikes that the pitchers have thrown and what they need to combat here. As Caramico comes set, ground ball to the third baseman, caught by Tulo, and he doubles him up at first base. A phenomenal play by the third baseman, Tulo, to double up Jorge. He dives over the third base bag, comes up, and gets him back there at first on the back pick. I thought that bounced. I thought that was a ground ball. They were going to return a double play, but I was mistaken.
Ryan Tulo, what an incredible play. Dives like a goalkeeper, if you will, and creates an incredible play for Team Long Island.
Fantastic play. Gets Long Island the 2 outs off of one play there with the double play. Jorge, not much he could do there at first base. He kind of just had to freeze because he didn't know what to do. He didn't know if that was getting down or not. But huge momentum builder as that ball skips past Meehan, and the count will be 2-0 here to Reno Pagiatakis, the second baseman and right-handed pitcher out of Flushing, New York. Caramico looking to take advantage of that amazing double play by Ryan Tulo and get his team back in the dugout. And the pitch, spike fastball. 3-0 here to Pagiatakis.
Now a chance here for City to get at least one runner on base in this inning, maybe spark something special.
It'll be a 3-0 count here to Reno with 2 outs. Caramico delivers. Low fastball, and the runner will go back to first here as Pagiatakis will walk his way down the line.
The catcher, number 5, Devin Diaz.
As the catcher, Devin Diaz, the University of Miami commit, will go toe-to-toe with Andrew Caramico with 2 outs as Reno will lead off of first base.
Devin Diaz tonight's been electric. Got a couple of good plays earlier on, top of the 3rd inning.
And that ball will be spiked by Caramico and gets behind Mihan, kicks to the left side of the field, and Reno will get second base easily as Mihan calls time and looks to just talk to Caramico, settle him down here. I mean, if you're Caramico, you know you started the inning with a walk, and then you get the phenomenal play there by Tulo to double him up there at first base. It's a little bit of a confidence booster because you'd be bases loaded right now if that play isn't made. It's a whole different situation. So you have to have that confidence as a pitcher to come back down to earth and understand that you have a defense behind you and let them make the work here.
Yeah, and Caramico, he's going to have to close it out here, not wanting to give any wiggle room to a City team that they know well can score multiple runs within an inning with even the slightest hint of hope.
Yeah, as the 1-0 pitch will be to Caramico. Another spiked fastball as Diaz tells Reno to hold there at second base. No one holding him on right now. They trust Mihan's arm as he did gun the guy down at third base earlier in today's game. But it'll be the 2-0 pitch here from Caramico to Diaz. Spike fastball again. Caramico just trying to figure it out here. It's a simple adjustment, but it's an adjustment that'll make a difference in this inning.
Yeah, now Devin Diaz can look for one more ball, just look for one more perfect opportunity to claim the walk.
The 3-0. Fastball low and away for ball 4. And that'll put a runner on first and second now with 2 outs. As there'll be a mound visit. Head coach Tom Abrascato heads out to talk to Andrew Caramico. Settle him down here. You know, you have 2 outs. Your team came off a phenomenal inning to give your team the lead 5-3. Relax. You have it. You just have to find it. And you're 1 out away here. So it's a really simple fix for Andrew.
Yeah, and Abrascato is going to be a coach that, just like those on the New York City coaching staff, is a great coach in his own like, and his 500 career wins for Clark High School, for which he is the varsity head coach. So another star-studded manager on the side of Long Island.
Yeah, you'll see that all here tonight at the Mike Leiderman Cup, the 5th annual. As we've mentioned, you know, star-studded coaches, star-studded umpires, star-studded players, all of that and the likes here being presented to you on the Long Island Sports Network. As stepping in the box here for the City team, number 1, Aiden Roman, attends Archbishop Malloy. As Caramico will deliver from the stretch. Strike down Broadway, delivered there to Aiden Roman as he gets ahead there. 0-1 now with 2 outs. The runners on first and second. Diaz will lead from first. Reno from second. And Caramico takes his sign. Checks the runner, comes set. The 0-1 pitch. Strike, fouled back directly behind home plate. Once again, the net saves us here. So it'll now be 0-2. A huge pitch here from Caramico to get out of this jam.
Caramico taking the words of his coach to heart. 2 strikes in a row. Let's see if he can get it done with a clean 3-0 strikeout.
It'll be Diaz off of first, Reno off of second. The 0-2 pitch to Roman. Up and away, gets past Meehan, skips back to the dugout, and both runners will advance. Reno even looks to take maybe home plate there. Rounds a little bit past third base, as it'll now be 1-2. Second and third with 2 outs here in the top half of this 5th inning.
You're not going to want to let either of Reno Pagiatakis or Devin Diaz score a run here. Not only will it close the gap, but these are two speedsters. We know just how quick they can be. So Karamiko needs a strikeout.
The 1-2. He delivers. Misses up. That'll be 2-2 now. The count is now even to Roman. 2-2. Twos on the scoreboard once again. Good things have come, bad things have come. But Karamiko, nonetheless, will deliver. Even count now to Roman. And he delivers. Popped up left side, getting foul, and it'll be out of play. The left field bleachers. As Roman early on that fastball that Karamiko presented him with. Count remains 2-2. 2 runners remain on with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. New York City down 2. Karamiko with the 2-2. Diaz off of second. Pachitakis off of third. Roman in the box. Karamiko comes set. The windup delivers. Strike him out! On the outside, fastball gets Roman swinging for strike 3 to end the top half of this 5th frame. Karamiko gets out of a big jam there. Runners on second and third. Gets the strikeout there to get out of the inning.
Yeah, so Karamiko cleans up the inning. Long Island retain their 2-run lead. And Magnus, we're heading into a crucial bottom of the 5th. If Long Island can keep their momentum offensively, they can extend their lead beyond the reach of City. But if New York City can regain their defensive confidence, which kept Long Island scoreless throughout the first 3 innings of this ball game, it'll be a whole nother story. It could turn the tides for City, and it might just let them take revenge for last year's loss.
Yeah, exactly. As we see, towing the mound again, though, is Brandon Stabile, showing his ability to work out of that other inning previously. And leading off, it'll be the shortstop from last inning, Jacob Vaccarello, the Stony Brook commit for Long Island, looking to start the inning off. You know, one thing's to be said here, it's been a back-and-forth game. You've had some phenomenal pitching, some phenomenal baseball on both sides. And, you know, New York City only down by 2, and we saw Long Island was only down 3 earlier. Anything is possible. It's any other inning, as so much can happen. As long as your pitchers throw strikes, good things happen. We saw that with Stabile last inning. What do you think the game plan is for this New York City team in the last few frames here?
Yeah, well, they're gonna have to prove to themselves the game is 0-0 right now. They're gonna have to get rid of all those runs they gave up. They're gonna just have to focus on the fact that they got it done earlier. They scored 3 runs in an inning in the 3rd. Why can't they do it here? Well, of course, they have to get through this tough lineup that Long Island is boasting first, but then have another shot at regaining a lead.
Indeed. It's number 22, Jacob Vaccarello, the Stony Brook commit, will step into the box to face the pitcher Stabile to start this bottom half of the 5th frame. It is a 5-3 game. Long Island leads here on a beautiful Friday night here at Molloy University at the 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup on Long Island Sports Network. And the 0-0. The windup, the pitch, misses up and into Jacob. It'll be a 1-0 count. You know, the number of first pitch strikes is huge because it allows the pitcher to get ahead and set the tone for this at-bat. As the 1-0 is popped up. Shallow infield, first baseman charging, and they collide. Miscommunication there as the first baseman, Valoris, collides with Stabile, trying to catch that pop-up. And it ends up going foul because it didn't touch anyone. A lucky break there from the New York City team, as a miscommunication on that pop fly only results in a strike. Confusing play there, as Valoris called off a little bit too late there. Stabile had already called him off, and obviously the infielder does have priority over the pitcher, but nonetheless. 1-1 pulled into left field. Concannon will make a read, and he will catch it. Beautiful little catch there, a few steps back into deep left field as Vaccarello waits back on that off speed and drives it.
Seems like every single time this ball game that we've seen like a big hit, a big swing, as we saw here from Vaccarello, it just goes right into the hands of the outfielder. So some great play from the men back near the wall. And that's going to keep 1 out on the board.
As we'll now see number 12, the center fielder, Jaden Gigante, step into the box with 1 out here in the bottom half of this 5th inning. Stabile comes set, delivers. And the 0-0 is lined to the third baseman and caught by Aiden Roman. Didn't move a muscle. Was hit right to him in his ready position. So it'll be a quick 2 outs there for Stabile following the pop-up. And it'll be Bobby Westcott, the first baseman for your Long Island team, committed to Stony Brook University. The big bat out of Plain Edge Senior will come up with 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 5th.
So City team clearly not letting the previous inning get to them.
First pitch changeup in for a strike. The count will be 0-1 to Bobby Westcott. Looking to do some damage here.
Another strike from City. Let's see if they can get one more.
Stabile works quickly there. Fastball outside. The 1-1 count. Setting the tone quick, and he's already ready. Takes his sign and delivers. Gets Westcott's big cut there at the curveball. It'll be 1-2. With 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 5th. Stabile looking to retire Westcott. Get his team back into the dugout. And he does so on the outside fastball for strike 3. And that'll be it for this bottom half of the 5th. I am Magnus Healy alongside Max Rotniak on the Long Island Sports Network. We'll be right back with you.
Hello and welcome back to LI Sports Network, 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup. Bottom of the 6th action brought to you here. I'm Max Rotniak alongside Magnus Healy. Magnus, we're ready for Long Island to come back, swing it.
Yeah, definitely. You know, we saw a clean frame in the top half from Stabile, and DJ Filippone will toe the rubber for Long Island, the 2026 out of division, and he plays for Blue Line Rangers, a team out of Suffolk County, New York. And he's got a really high-profile fastball, can get it up to about mid to low 80s. And what is so special about him is the way he works around it and tunnels his other pitches. He's got a really difficult challenge ahead of him in this New York City roster, but he's looking to get his team back into the dugout for a good, solid hitting inning going into the top half of or bottom half of the 6th, excuse me.
Yeah, Long Island looking to keep a lead here as we'll turn our attention towards the base where New York City will lead off with Ryan Morrell, commit to the University of Cincinnati.
Yeah, one of the top players in this 2026 class attended the MLB Breakthrough Series, which is a competition between some of the best in his state.
First pitch from Filippone. Hit far. Line drive will be caught in center field. And just like that, 1 out.
Yeah, it's been the name of the game so far. As long as you throw strikes, good things are going to happen. DJ attacks him early there with the fastball, really middle, and Morrell makes a really good cut. Unfortunately, nothing to show of it as he lines out to Gigante in center there.
So Austin Seep steps up to bat. Low ball 1.
I like that choice, though, from DJ. You know, you see the big swing that Morrell takes. Start him off with a curveball, mix him up, pitch the batter backwards maybe if you think he's a big bat.
This pitch from Filippone's a strike, so count goes to 1-all.
Now you're even here. You have a little bit more pitches to work with as you got the 1 strike across on Sape.
Another strike from Filippone, so an advantage now for the pitcher.
There's a really solid backdoor curveball there from DJ to get him ahead in the count 1-2. So he goes back to it there.
2-2 the count. See if Seep can get something going. Will he swing this one, or will he let another out get on the board? So they'll go for a ball full count here as Seep is left stranded, has to make a choice. Will he swing? Will he stay? As a .545 average this season, so we know he likes to hit. We know he's good at hitting, but will he elect to do so here?
The payoff pitch will be coming here. He goes to the fastball in the outside corner and gets him looking. That's just a really good at-bat from DJ. You know, he starts him off backwards with the curveball, gets him thinking, and then eventually attacks him there late with the fastball.
Well, now DJ Filippone's going to have to go up against Jaden Vasquez, the Hofstra commit. And this could be a chance to end the inning early on for Long Island. First pitch, dead center, strike.
Yeah, DJ's done a phenomenal job thus far this inning, just attacking the batters. First pitch strike on 2 of the 3 batters thus far, which is something we haven't seen a lot today. And it gives you the confidence as a pitcher and as a team when you start off ahead.
Next pitch from Filippone will hit the batter, and just like that, on base.
Yeah, not what you want as a pitcher. You go for a backdoor curveball, which worked for him earlier, 2 at-bats prior. But, you know, clips him in the elbow, and now you're left with a runner on first with 2 outs. Not exactly what you want to continue the inning, but
still Filippone only needing 1 more out to clinch this inning. Pitch down low, strikes though, so that'll be 0-1 the count.
Yeah, once again, that's his 3rd first pitch strike of the inning. He's just commanding the zone and attacking these batters and doing his job, really.
1-1 count.
Now, we're even here with 2 outs. You got the speed on first base of Vasquez. Takes a little bit of a bigger lead.
Next pitch, Valores swings and misses again. It's the Queens College commit.
Now
Down
batting
1-2.
number 16, Thomas Valores.
The 1-2 count. You got a lot to work with here. You're ahead in the count as DJ is. He's got a lot of pitches to work with. He's got a lot of pitches in his arsenal. And now he's got a really good chance to keep Valores off of his toes and thinking.
Filippone's next pitch could end the inning. Valores swings and misses, and that'll clinch the inning. Scoreless in the top of the 6th. Now, Magnus, that was a great showing again from Long Island, just keeping their composure defensively.
Yeah, definitely. You know, DJ, despite hitting that batter with 2 outs in the top half of the 6th inning, stays composed and works out into the strikeout on Valores there. And it's just showing, you know, what happens when you are able to get ahead of batters in the counts. Strike 1, strike 2, it puts you in a different position because you're able to use more pitches.
Yeah, exactly. And now we're going to see if that can translate over for Team Long Island into the offense. So still up 5-3, a good lead coming into the bottom 6th inning. We'll see if they can do it again, if they can make New York City falter once more and extend their lead.
Certainly. As the new pitcher will be on the mound, it is Liam Brower, the pitcher out of Archbishop Malloy, the right-handed pitcher with a low 3/4 arm slot. Toes the fastball to about 83. Playing for Body Armor Titans Quattrini. And definitely what you've seen a lot today for Long Island is the changes in arm slot. You know, you started off the game with Hinojosa, who was up to probably mid-90s, and very much lighten up the radar again. Same on the other side with Coates. And then you went down to about mid-80s, then back up to 90. And it's starting to fluctuate so much that you don't really have a chance as a team to get used to what you're seeing. Like you're going now to an arm slot with Brower, who's honestly, his arm is almost touching the dirt mound when he comes down this mound due to his arm slot, and it's not something you're usually used to.
It's going to be tough to hit into for Long Island, but we saw them get it done against various pitchers from the city team in the 4th inning. So who's to say they can't get it done here? As a couple more practice pitches will fly. And the bottom of the 6th inning coming up soon.
It'll be leading off for the Long Island team would be Dylan Santucci. The 2026 is going to Hofstra University. The outfielder with a big frame and a chance to drive the ball here. Hits for average and for power. Sprays the ball to all sides of the field.
Santucci's a Syosset rising senior
Dylan Santucci
from Woodbury, New York, and we'll see if he can get something going here, extend the lead for Team Long Island. Maybe just get some momentum back on their side after a scoreless bottom of the 5th. We'll see the pitch, first one of the inning from Team New York. So that one goes hard and for a ball, 1-0.
Yeah, it's a crucial thing, especially when you have a pitcher who gets you a clean slate there in the bottom half, or the top half, excuse me. It's important as a team maybe take that momentum that, New York might be lacking and work with it and get some runs on the board and support your pitcher.
Another ball for Liam Brower as Santucci keeping firm. So a 2-0 count. Pitch ready. Brower throws. Dead center swing and a miss, so 2-1 now.
Yeah, Santucci with a big hack there. Obviously, the count's in his favor, too. Now he knows he's going to get something along the lines of a fastball. Excuse me, wants to take advantage of it and drive that ball the other way. Comes short of it.
Santucci looking for the possible pitch here. This one goes low for a ball.
Yeah, such an unorthodox arm slot there from Liam Brower. Something a lot of these guys in this lineup probably aren't used to unless you're obviously in the city team facing Brower on your weekday games. So it's something that you have to adjust to quickly, and it shows the caliber of hitter that you're able to pick up an arm slot as low as Brower and make it work.
This is another ball from Liam Brower. A little awkward here, but in the end, a walk for Dylan Santucci, as stepping up to bat is Brady McGowan, the Marist commit, who's ready to get another runner on base.
Yeah, the Marist commit plays for Titans. He has the ability to, like everyone on this roster does, hit for power and average. Big speed. He's got a really good glove at second base, and he's got a really good position here to get a rally going with a runner on first for Long Island.
Brower's pitch, dead center for a strike.
Something I'm noticing that we saw earlier in the game with Andrew Smith, the Manhattan commits fastball, especially to left-handed hitters, as an attempted pickoff as he's safe at first, is the fact that his fastball, especially from an arm slot like this, will cut in on you. Andrew Smith was also a little bit sidearm. It proves for really good tunneling ability for pitchers and makes the left-handed hitters uncomfortable.
Brower's next pitch down Broadway, so 0-2. In danger is McGowan.
Yeah, 0-2 early on here in the count for McGowan. Not definitely his favor, but he has the ability for a really good two-strike approach, shorten up and drive the ball the other way.
A low pitch for a ball, so some life breathed into the at-bat.
Yeah, definitely good 0-2 take there. Liam Brower goes low there with the off-speed, and McGowan is able to have a spit on it and let that ball bounce and give himself more life in this at-bat and give Santucci an ability to maybe steal second.
5-3 lead for Long Island. Pitch from Brower, low and for a ball, so 2-2. The new count.
Yeah, the count now even here, it gives McGowan a little bit more confidence now that the at-bat's more in his favor, if anything. One ball makes it a 3-2 count, and you're suddenly looking at a different ball game.
McGowan hits this one grounded and out at second. Double play will not go forward. So one out on the board, and coming up to bat is going to be Dylan Alt.
Yeah, the 2026 grad out of Seaford plays our MVP South Shore. And that showed, we mentioned earlier, the speed of McGowan, as the double play is not turned because of his ability to get down to first base, as Dylan Alt will toe the rubber here.
Tries to catch the runner lacking, but unsuccessful. Team New York having to go back to basics. as Brower looks again, unsuccessful again.
Yeah, definitely as a pitcher like Brower, you see on that double play turn, the speed of McGowan that gets him safe at first base down the line. You're a little bit conscious of it on the base paths now.
Finally a pitch, that center goes for a strike. But still keeping an eye on the runner first. Brower's next pitch. Swung away for a foul, 0-2.
Yeah, he fouled that off a little bit late on the fastball, but with an 0-2 count, you're going to have to protect against anything. He's shown the off-speed here, as he did on that 0-2 count to McGowan earlier in the inning. McGowan was able to split on it. He hasn't thrown it for a strike yet, so you know if it starts slow, it's going to finish slow. You got to look for it high.
Brower scanning the field. Nodding once, nodding twice. Throws the ball. Hit grounded. And just like that, an out at first. So 2 outs gone. 1 out left. And coming up to bat for Long Island, it's going to be number 15, Matthew Mizikin.
Yeah, you'll see with that swing from Dylan Alt, you see he notices that McGowan's going, and it was almost kind of like a desperation swing to pull something out like a hit and run. Couldn't get it the other way, though, but it was a good effort.
First pitch from Brower on this at-bat is a ball.
Good 0-0 take there from Mizikin.
Brower still scanning the field, wary of the runner at second. Pitch goes down for another ball. 2-0 count in favor of Mizikin.
He definitely has the ability. The count is in his favor. He has to see his pitch and make a swing on it here.
So another ball, 3-0. And runner trying to steal a third. That's going to be unsuccessful. That'll end the inning. And just like that, New York City hold on again. Another scoreless bottom inning. So great work here from Team City to minimize the damage, still keep the score at 5-3 as we'll head to a quick break here on LI Sports Network.
And we are back here at Malloy University at Mitchell Field under the Friday night lights here for the 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup between New York City and Long Island. 2 teams with a ton of talent. And here on the broadcast, I'm Magnus Healy, joined alongside Max Rotniak. Max, what have you noticed so far about this game?
It's been great, but it's been interesting. We've only had 1 scoring inning per side, yet it's 5-3. It just goes to show that both of these teams are great, but they're also very, very prone to error, as we saw in the top of the 3rd for Team Long Island and bottom of the 4th for Team City. Both sides looking to claw their way back as we enter the top of the 7th.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely, we see 3 errors, on the scoreboard committed between the 2 teams. Not something you see often, as the southpaw left-handed pitcher Jordan Drago, the 2026 out of Bayshore, New York, Left-handed pitcher finished with a 2.36 ERA through 29 2/3 innings, 35 strikeouts to 17 walks, and a 61.2 strike percentage. Definitely that's the name of the game, and we've seen it today. Just throwing strikes is so important and crucial for these pitchers. It really keeps you in the game, as there's a new catcher behind the plate as well. It'll be number 5, Jaden Gagin of Bethpage, New York. He attends Plain Edge Senior. So Drago will toe the rubber against number 18, Liam Berbera from Yorktown, New York. He'll come set and delivers. And a fastball up and away for ball 1.
Good start from Berbera, who's wanting to get something going here for Team City. They're going to need some runs to claim back a lead or at least tie this ball game up.
As Drago bounces back there with the fastball cut and miss by Berbera, and the count is now even 1-1. You'll see now starting to get down to the nitty-gritty innings here as we play 9, and that ball is popped to left field. It'll go foul on a hanging curveball. Berbera gets a good swing there, and the count now 1-2.
To the degree, it's a sad sight to see. It seems like every single ball that is hit well, that goes deep, it's either caught right before it goes over the fence or it goes for a foul. We'll see if that tide can be turned.
Looks like Berbera might have broken a bat here. Yeah, he had to get a new one from the dugout on that foul ball. Must have caught him on the hands. Now I'll have to refocus here, the count being 1-2. And Drago noticed the swing on that curveball. Might not want to throw it again. Little scoreboard confusion. Nonetheless, Drago comes set, ready to deliver. The curveball fouled off behind home plate. Count remains now 1-2. Berbera will get ready with his practice swing. And Drago ready to deliver after 2 straight consecutive off-speed pitches. Drago, the 2026 out of Bayshore, attends Bayshore Senior, gets his velocity up to about 82 on the gun. Goes for another breaking ball that misses low at the feet of Berbera. Count now 2-2.
Just happened a little bit of confusion here. We get the score right, 2-2. Big chance for the pitcher.
Payoff pitch. Misses low and away with the fastball. Count now 3-2. Berbera with the chance. Base hitter ball 4 here.
An influential pitch to start the inning. Of course, if it goes for a strike, great job for Long Island.
And that ball is poked into left field. Could get down for a base hit. It will. It'll drop in between Alvarez and the right fielder, Tulo. A little tricky play there for both the second baseman and right fielder. And it'll be a runner on, a good 2-strike approach there from Berbera.
It's finally one of these hard hit pitches going deep and finding a hole in the defense. Runner on first as Team City looks to rebound.
And Drago will now pitch from the stretch, the runner on first. Pitching to Legend Acosta. Cool name there. The first pitch fastball in there for a strike on the outside half. Acosta attends Archbishop Malloy. And Berbera will lead off a first. Comes set, the pitch from Drago. Popped up, foul side. Westcott gets under it, calls him off, and makes the play for 1 out here in the top half of the 7th inning. Good play there by Bobby Westcott for 1 out for this Long Island team.
So now stepping up to bat for Team City, it's going to be Reno Pagiatakis.
Yeah, got on base earlier when they had that rally and a pickoff attempt there. A little quick move from Drago, unsuccessful. But he was on base during that earlier rally where they put up a little bit of a fight, but Karamiko was able to get out of it. And Drago will come set the 0-0. Delivers, misses high to Reno. A little bit of a smaller frame than we've seen from some of these hitters. It might be a little bit harder to adjust, as Reno is 5 feet 7 inches and 165 pounds. the second baseman out of Flushing, New York. Another pickoff attempt to Westcott at first, and Barbera is back in there safely. It'll now be a 1-0 count. Barbera leads off of first. Drago comes set. Delivers to Reno. The pitch. In there for a fastball. Reno turns on it, smashes that pitch foul into the trees on the left side.
Seen about 5 of those today, haven't we, Magnus? It's been a tough time hitting to that side.
Yeah, this New York team, and a little bit along around too. Jaden Alvarez had one in the fifth. They're just getting outside, out in front on these fastballs and pounding them to the left field. As we'll see now, the 1-1. Drago delivers. Off-speed pitch, misses high. Good idea though from Drago. The count now 2-1.
So the all-ones board changes a little bit here, but still a good chance for Drago to get 2 strikes.
And he comes set. Glances at Barbera at first. Delivers. And the 2-1 in there for a strike. Cut on and missed. Count now 2-2. A big old hack there from Reno Pagitakis. Count is even. Barbera will lead off of first base. Reno will get his sign. Shakes and then comes set. Pagitakis ready. Reno delivers. And the 2-2 swung on and missed. Curveball low and away. Gets Reno Pagitakis down swinging. Now 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th frame.
City really needing to string something together. Time is running out. Only 1 out left to play with in the top of the 7th inning. So second to last chance to get a run or 2 on the board. City so far unsuccessful, and we'll see a meeting called in the center for New York.
Yeah, the pitching change looks like for Tom Eberscato. They'll bring in Jacob Vacariello, the Stony Brook commit, the shortstop and right-handed pitcher. He's gotten his fastball this past summer up to 90 miles an hour. One of the best two-ways on the island. Can hit for average, can hit for power. Batted .275 in his season at St. Anthony's. The .453 on-base percentage. Hit 3 doubles, 2 triples, and a home run. 9 RBIs on the season. The assistant coach for this Long Island team, Paul Parcelano, made some comments about Vac, saying he was one of the best well-rounded players on their roster. He just hits for average, hits for power, and he's a huge part of their team. We'll see what he can do here for Long Island.
He's going to need a big influence here. A City, with every single out, is just looking a little. Their situations. Their situation's looking a little bit more bleak, out by out. But they have the confidence to come back in this. They've gotten runs before in this game. They're looking to get it done here.
Yeah, anything possible. Now you go from Drago, who was throwing probably mid to low 80s, and now you got a guy like Jacob who will up the gun to about probably 88 plus. Definitely an adjustment that is needed to be made quickly here, as leading off for this New York City team, it'll be number 5 Devin Diaz, the Miami catcher, one of the better bats on this team. As you see from tonight, it's such a close matchup. You have such good pitching on both sides, such good offense, such good defense, and it's gonna come down to the wire. I don't think this game is over by any means. New York City can make any kind of run they want here, even with 2 outs. They got 1 runner on. It takes 1 base hit to make this a 1-run game.
Yeah, and this 5th edition of the Mike Leiderman Cup really means a lot to both sides, as again we've already had 4 of these. It's 2-2 so far in the series, if you shall call it that. And last 2 going the way of Long Island, so not only would it be a three-peat, but it would be the clinching game and a series decider for Long Island.
Yes, as Jacob Vacariello finishes his last warm-up pitch, a meeting between him and Gaghan, as Diaz comes up, figuring out how they might want to approach one of the power hitters on this team. Definitely has the pop to perhaps tie this game up with 1 swing here. It'll be Barbera leading off of first base. Diaz in the box and Jacob Vacariello on the mound. With 2 outs here in the top half of the 7th inning, it is 5-3 Long Island on the Long Island Sports Network for the Mike Leiderman Cup. Vacariello comes set and fires. Fastball in there for a strike. low and away, and it'll be 0-1 here early to Diaz.
Devin Diaz.
You're just mentioning, Magnus, how fast his pitches are. That one just caught the hitter off guard, and just like that, 0-1.
Indeed, working on that outside half, not letting Diaz maybe turn something inside and pull it over that left field fence that we've been seeing so much stuff go to this inning, or this entire game, excuse me. The 0-1 popped up, shallow in the range of McElliott over at shortstop. He calls him off, and he'll make the play. That'll be the third out in this top of the 7th. Clean frame there for Long Island, bring them up to hit in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 5-3 ball game. No runs, 1 hit, and no errors.
So a great job from Long Island defensively. Now let's see if City can do the same. They only have 2 innings to go after this offensively. Time is running out, but if they want to take their first steps towards winning this ball game, they're going to have to shut out Long Island in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge inning for both sides. You know, Long Island wants to get some insurance runs. They got a pitcher like Vaccarello on the mound. He really has dominant stuff, as he showed in such little innings there as well. But a new pitcher on the mound here for Team New York City. It'd be Frankie Muzio. He is out of Queens, New York, attends Archbishop Malloy. And waiting for his catcher to get out so he can start his warm-up. But this is the one thing. It's a 2-run game. It's been close all game. You know, 1 inning in the bottom half of the 4th was what did it for Long Island. That they strung together some errors and taking advantage of some mishaps behind the dish, some wild pitches. And they put up an inning that has them the lead now.
Yeah, it's tough to see how any of these teams can falter. They've seemed to have gotten past their mistakes, and they're both wanting to force more mistakes out of their opponent. It just seems ever more unlikely. So chances dwindling down for City, and for Long Island, the confidence just boosting up and up.
Yeah, definitely. It's going to come down to the wire. We've said this all night. You have 2 star-studded teams, out here, and this is a huge inning for Muzio and the New York City team, because you can get a clean slate here, give the team a little bit of momentum to get back in the dugout, and maybe let the offense fire. You know what they have. You have a bunch of good bats coming up following Diaz's pop out, and you just want to get something going. All it takes is 1 base hit, and you get a little bit of a spark and a little bit of confidence for this team.
Yeah, City needs some confidence here. Haven't had it for the last couple innings. Seemed like Long Island gained it all back once they strung together 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th.
As we see back behind the dish is Aiden LaSalle, number 9, the catcher out of Eastchester, New York, attends Archbishop Stepanak. As you kind of see, what's kind of cool about these events like the Mike Leiderman Cup is from New York City, you have teams like Archbishop Malloy, Archbishop Stepanak, Iona Prep, Poly Prep, these different teams that typically have rivalries during the school seasons, and they all kind of come together here as Muzio finishes his last warm-up pitch. Same thing to be said, about the coveted Long Island rivalries between St. Anthony's and Chaminade, St. John the Baptist, all those different Catholic teams. They'll kind of come together here, even on the public school side, between Plain Edge, Division, a bunch of different schools represented here, over a ton of different players. Bring them together here just to play some ball tonight.
Yeah, it's great to see that all these players from across the island, across the 5 boroughs of New York City are coming together to play one incredible game of ball that we're closing in on the finish line to.
Indeed we are, as Muzio will toe the rubber. Matthew Musican will be leading off here for Long Island. The uncommitted right-handed pitcher and middle infielder from Williston Park, attends Herrick's High School. He can also run the fastball up to 90. Wonder if we'll see an appearance from him today. The 0-0 will be here. From Muzio. Swing and a miss there from Musican. Count now 0-1. Big cut on that 0-0 fastball.
Big pitches, big strikes. City needs a lot of them in quick succession. We know what happened the last time. They gave up just a few too many balls. Led to 5 runs, single inning.
Yeah, it's huge. You need to get ahead here as a pitcher. Force the batter to either make a swing. And another big cut, tipped and into the glove of LaSalle. It'll be 0-2 now, as Muzio doing a fantastic job of getting ahead here on Musican. The 0-2 to start off this bottom half of the 7th inning. The 0-2. He comes set, delivers, and Musicant with a good take on the up and inside fastball. Count now 1-2.
So great job from the batter, just keeping his calm despite the threat of a strikeout.
Now the 1-2. Two-strike approach here from Musicant. Muzio delivers. Curveball on the outside corner for strike 3. Gets Musicant down looking. 1 out here to start off the bottom half of the 7th inning. Good pitch there from Muzio. Stepping into the box will be Jaden Gagnon, the 2026 catcher out of Bethpage, New York, attending Plain Edge Senior. He'll be in here to look to extend the inning here against good Muzio. Muzio comes set from the windup. Leg lift and delivers. Fouled back by Gagnon on that fastball. Count now 0-1.
So the second, the second at bat for Muzio starts off strong, just like his first face-off did.
Yeah, definitely getting ahead is the name of the game here. You want to put your pitcher or your team in the best situation as a pitcher by not throwing as many balls and getting ahead in these counts. As the 0-1 pitch, breaking ball along and outside for a ball.
Now batting, number 5, Jaden
Count even at
Gagnon.
ones here to Jaden Gagnon. Muzio will deliver, looking to continue on such a strong inning for this New York City team, get them back into the dugout and push a force back at this Long Island roster. The 1-1. Fouled straight back. 1-2 now. Gagnon on this fastball. Got to make something of it here. Drive this ball the other way.
I feel like Long Island, no, they don't have much to lose here in the 7th inning, so they're just looking to get as many hits as they can, taking some risks on pitches they know might not convert.
Yeah, exactly. Taking some big swings. Because you know you're already up 2 runs. Just trying to manufacture anything you got here. As the 1-2 is punched foul down the first base line, out of play. Count remains now 1-2. As Gagnon fends off the off-speed pitch there from Muzio to remain alive here. It's a 1-2 count with 1 out here in the bottom half of the 7th. It's a 5-3 game. Long Island leads New York City. As Muzio shakes. Comes set. Likes the pitch. Gagnon is ready. From the windup. He delivers. Fastball up and in for a ball. Count even now at 2-2.
So Gagnon elects to wait on that one.
As we'll see now what Gagnon decides to do here with the 2-2 count. Count is even. 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Muzio delivers. Breaking ball taken high and away. Count now 3-2. The payoff pitch will come. Muzio making his decision. Gagnon stepping in the box. 3-2. 1 out in the bottom half of the 7th. Muzio comes set. Gagnon loads. The pitch. Check swing. They're going to say he went. It'll be drop third strike. It gets behind the catcher LaSalle, and Gagnon will reach on the drop third strike on a passed ball. Put a runner on first with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th.
It's a really unfortunate play there for Team City, as that's all that Long Island needs. They only need 1 runner on base. We saw it earlier in the ball game. Now let's see if they can get a little string of momentum going. It's all they really need to score a couple innings in a row, get some safety under their over top of their lead, and maybe close out the ball game before the 7th inning's over.
Yeah, it's something you don't want to see as a pitcher. You earn the strikeout there, it gets behind your catcher, and there's nothing you can really do about it. The runner advances. As now up to the plate is number 10, Matthew Garib, 2026 out of Dick Hills, attends Long Island Lutheran High School. And he cuts and misses on the 1-0 fastball, fouls it back. The count now 1-1. And Gagnon will lead off of first base. Muzio will get ready. 1-1. Muzio checks Gagnon at first. He'll come set. Shakes. Agree. Time called by Garib, in the box. Didn't like how long Muzio must have been taking. Muzio agrees now. Comes set. And delivers the 1-1. Breaking ball swung on and missed on the outside half. Now count is 1-2. Behind in the count now is Garib, and a pinch runner will be in for the catcher, Gagnon, as coming into the game at first base will be Matthew Musicant.
Now batting number 10, Matthew Garrett.
1 ball, 2 strikes to the outfielder, Garib. Muzio comes set. Pickoff attempt at first base. Muzio. They got him. Muzio with a quick pickoff move to the first baseman, Aiden Roman. Catches Musicant sleeping over there. Now 2 outs here in the bottom half of the 7th.
Some great awareness from the pitcher. Just like that, the innings flip back to Team City, as all they need is 1 more strike onto Garib to close it out.
Yeah, now you go from 2 outs away to 1, and a 1-2 count puts him in the advantage here for certain, as Garib now looks to protect and fend off anything Muzio offers. The 1-2, 2 outs, bottom of the 7th. Muzio delivers strike 3 on the breaking ball, low and away. He'll get out of this 7th inning clean following the 1-out walk. I've reached on drop 3rd strike, as we'll now take a quick break for a little broadcasting switch here on the Long Island Sports Network.
Coming back live on the LI Sports Network, Travis Quigley back on the call here with Max Rotniak. And Max, top of the 8th, 5-3 right now for Team Long Island over Team NYC. 3 runs in the top of the 3rd for New York City, 5 in the bottom of the 4th for Long Island. That's how we've got here. A couple goose eggs on the board since that bottom of the 4th. What have you seen from both teams? What do you think NYC has to do to get an edge and get a few more runs on the board?
Both teams did not let those mistakes affect them defensively. They kept their ground, and as you mentioned, a lot of zeros on that board, but now New York City is up to bat. They're looking for a couple of quick runs. They're in the deficit, so they're going to need a lot of swings here. They're going to need a lot of good plays, and like we saw earlier, they're going to have to capitalize on any errors that Long Island makes.
And for Long Island, it'll be Taylor Nitsch on the mound. Couple of warm-up tosses in for Nitsch. And stepping up into the box first for Team NYC here in the top of the 8th, it's going to be Ryder Doherty out of St. Mary's. Righty stick Doherty getting ready to go here, looking to get NYC back on the board. As we're in the final stages of this game, 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup, live and only right here on the LI Sports Network. Want to thank you all so much for being a part of tonight's broadcast. A lot of comments on YouTube. Want to thank you all once again for tuning in, being active participants in our broadcast tonight, and of course, cheering on some of Long Island and NYC's very best ball players. 0-1 pitch comes in. 0-2 now quickly here on Doherty.
A great start for Nitsch, as Long Island needs to stop City in their tracks. A lot of confidence exuding from the batters from New York City. Are going to need some runs here, but Long Island looking to stop them.
Morrell on deck. As the time called here, we'll get a quick mound visit. Go to the count. Nitch just wants to go over things with his catcher here. Again, 5-3 the score. Want to thank our cameraman up top, Johnny Malizia, and our producer tonight, Walter Mitchell. Doing an excellent job, as always, making up the team here at the LI Sports Network. 0-2 pitch, fouled straight back. So good job by Doherty fighting that one off there, Nitch. Looking to deliver the pitch that will sit Doherty down.
And Mitch is a fast pitcher, always gets his entire arm around it.
Breaking ball there, just misses the zone. 1-2, great eye from Doherty. Again, you're going to want to stay tuned at the conclusion of tonight's game, as that pitch inside part of the black, strike 3 called. Once again, you want to stay tuned. End of tonight's game, we're going to have a ceremony trophy presentation for the winning team, and of course, we're going to give out MVP, pitcher of the game, and defensive player of the game awards. So again, stay with us following the conclusion of this one. That one, outside part of the plate, another strike thrown by Nitch, very similar to the pitch that just sat down Doherty. Morrell ready to go, lefty stick.
City down to 5 lives, and see if Morrell can turn that into a good thing.
Took a big cut at that one. 0-2 now. Morrell, Magnus spoke about Morrell earlier, his ability to spray the field. Got on base back in the second inning with a walk and uses his eye there to take that one. 1-2 the count now.
Yeah, he's a commit to the University of Cincinnati for a reason. You can just tell he's experienced at the plate.
Nitch, 1-2. Fouled over the netting behind home plate. Count will hold. Nitch gets a new ball. He's ready to go. Again, Travis Quigley here on the call, joined by Max Rotniak, and Magnus Healy was with us earlier on. I want to thank Magnus and Max from Chaminade High School coming down to help call this game tonight. 2-2 now, as that one was low inside on Morrell. Nitch gets his sign. He's set. Kicks. Deals home. Bouncer. And now the count is full. Max, I think this speaks to the poise of Morrell in the box right now. Down 0-2, works it back to full.
Yeah, it's great work from Morrell. And now he's put Long Island in a compromising position. I mean, if he gets another ball here, if he's let to walk, and that could just be the start of a comeback for the city team.
Nitch shakes off one, now gets the sign. He's ready. Comes home, strike 3, gets Morrell swinging. A great punch out there from Nitch. And that was a battle right there, Max.
Yeah, it sure was. Again, like you mentioned, going down 0-2 to come back 3-2, and then ultimately to be put down 3-3 really just goes to show how fierce each and every at-bat has been throughout this entire game.
2 outs here, top of the 8th. And it's Jaden Vasquez out of North Rockland. Takes that one eye level, 1-0 the count. Right-handed batter. Nitch is ready. Home with it. Popped right back to the mound. Nitch takes a couple steps off. Makes the grab. 3 up, 3 down for Team Long Island. They're coming back up to the plate with a 5-3 lead heading into the bottom of the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors for Team NYC.
Yeah, and Long Island now have a chance to really put the last knife in the back of Team City, as all they need is a couple more runs, and it looks absolutely impossible for Team City as they only have 3 lives left, 3 outs left to play with in the top of the 9th inning. But first, they're going to have to get through one more rotation of the Long Island hitting core here at the bottom of the 8th inning.
So Ty Van Valkenburg made the trip down here from Saugerties, 10 Saugerties High School. I don't know if you've ever been to Saugerties, Max, but it's beautiful up there. Small town.
Never been, but I'm sure it's great, and it goes to show just how great Ty is at the game of baseball. So we'll see what he can do here for Team City.
Van Valkenburg takes the bump here in the bottom of the 8th as Team Long Island, as Max said, looking to continue to put the dagger in here. Lock up a win for Team Long Island here in the 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup. It's been a beautiful night here at the Mitchell Field Athletic Complex. Beautiful facility, home of Molloy baseball. You see out in the outfield, ECC champions for multiple years running, a very successful program here for the Molloy Lions. And these players get to grace the field tonight. It's been a great contest, a tight contest. We've only seen, as you mentioned earlier, Max, runs scored for each team in 1/2 inning respectively. Top of the 3rd for NYC. They got their 3 runs. Team Long Island, bottom of the 4th, got their 5 runs. It's been goose eggs across the board in every other 1/2 inning. And now Van Valkenburg is ready to go. Jaden Alvarez, Holy Trinity, back in the box.
Jaden Alvarez.
Jaden looking to get something going here for Team Long Island. Try to widen that gap a little bit here. And he's going to go for a bunt, puts it down the first base line, but dribbles off foul.
Jaden Alvarez sporting a clean teal bat, and also one of the smaller batters here for Team Long Island, so a little harder for the pitchers to throw into him. And goes for the bunt there. First play, interesting move, looking to just get a couple of safe on-base attempts.
And we know Alvarez has a ton of speed, had an infield single back in the 3rd inning. Let me take that pitch for a ball. So again, definitely got to watch out for Alvarez here. We'll see if he goes for a bunt attempt one more time. 1-1 count now. One pitch, just at the knees. 1-2 now on Alvarez. Good location found there for Van Valkenburg.
So Alvarez down 2-1, but never say never. Players from Long Island have come back for more.
Jacob Vicariello on deck. 1-2 pitch. Upstairs. That one right at the eyes of Alvarez. Take a half step out. Now right back in. 2-2 the count. Nobody away. Bottom of the 8th. 5-3 for the team in blue. Team Long Island. The pitch. Got him looking. Sits him down. Van Valkenburg on the inside corner.
Each and every single inning is getting more dangerous for New York City, but Long Island have not been able to seal the deal. No runs scored since the bottom of the 4th inning. Maybe they can turn around their hopes in the 8th. Finally get the cushion lead that they need to overcome Team City.
Vicariello with a check swing on the first pitch. Didn't go around, so 1-0 the count here. Just 1 out here in the inning. Team Long Island looking to hold on, possibly generate a little bit more offense before heading into that top of the 9th. Looking for a few more insurance runs as that one lined right to second. Drifting across, making the grab. No problem right there was Reno Pagiatakis.
Reno Pagiatakis, someone who we've talked about all night. He's been great for Team New York City, and maybe he can be the one to turn their hopes around.
Jaden Gigante into the box out of carry. Then Valkenburg will
Now batting, number
reset
12, Jaden Gigante.
the pitch to Gigante. Got the outside corner. 0-1.
Gigante's been very instrumental. This game was the one to start off the 4th inning spree for Team Long Island after stealing 3 bases off of 3 failed pitches.
So time called here by Gigante. He'll step out of the box, recalibrate himself, and Van Valkenburg's ready to go. Delivers it right home quickly. 0-2 now. Found the outside part of the plate once again with that pitch. Location on point right now for Van Valkenburg.
But Valkenburg has no easy task here. He's playing into a St. John's commit.
The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, missed. Back-to-back strikeouts for Van Valkenburg. Gets him out of the inning. 1-2-3. NYC coming up last licks for Team New York City. They need 2 runs on the board to keep this game going. Coming out on the mound for Team Long Island, looking to close out the show. It's going to be number 8, Brendan Rivera from Longwood High School. Timmy Trumpets playing in the background. Rivera getting ready to go. He wants to lock this thing down and bring home the Leiderman Cup for Team Long Island. Max will see if he's able to do it here. 3 more outs for Team LI to shut this thing down. What do you think the focus needs to be here for Rivera?
You're going to have to minimize mistakes. When both of these teams made their errors, we saw what the opposition did. They capitalized with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 runs. They're not going to want to have that happen again. Additionally, there's a lot to play for here. It's not just the win this year. It's a three-peat. Last 2 years went the way of Long Island. If they can do it again this year, it will be absolutely incredible, and it will give them the all-time series lead over New York City.
And that's a great point you make. And again, with that, that leads to a full year of bragging rights for Team Long Island over Team NYC as we gear up leading into next year's 6th annual Leiderman Cup. 3 more outs for Team Long Island. Leading off for Team NYC, trying to shut that down, is going to be Anthony DeLeon.
See if DeLeon can get something going here. Had a couple of good innings on the catcher position earlier today. Also had a few successful at-bats later on.
So as Rivera warms up here again, pitcher out of Longwood High School, NYC game plans for this top of the 9th inning as they look to come back, force this game to go to the bottom of the 9th. Rivera's ready to go. And it looks like NYC is ready to go as well.
Brendan Rivera.
So Rivera looking to close it out. 3 outs, again, like you mentioned, all they need to win the 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup.
So apologies, I thought it was DeLeon leading off. It's actually going to be Julian Guzum leading off. And he takes that first pitch just on the bottom part of the zone. 0-1 the count.
Guzum in his own right, a great player, a Maryland commit.
0-1 pitch. And that one skied out into center field. Ranging right, making the grab, 1 away.
So now 2 lives remain. Chances becoming ever slimmer for Team NYC.
And that was no problem for Alt out in center field, who has had a solid game defensively for Team Long Island. 1 out, top of the 9th. That one missed, 1-0.
See what Aiden LaSalle can do here at bat.
LaSalle takes that next pitch in for a strike as well. Next pitch in from Rivera. Just upstairs.
Good choice to let it go as the bench thought otherwise.
Again upstairs as well. 3-1 now the count.
Big pitch coming up.
New York City would love a base runner right here. Rivera, 3-1. Outside part of the plate. 3-2. LaSalle thought he had first base. Instead, he steps back into the box. Full count. 1 away. Rivera deals. Strike 3 called. Sits him down. Got him looking. 2 away here in the top of the 9th inning.
3 strikes, 1 catch. A lot of opportunities here for LI to end it all as finally DeLeon steps up to bat.
Anthony DeLeon.
First pitch takes it for a strike, 0-1. Rivera finding his location tonight. He's ready again, deals it home. Inside. 1-1 now.
Rivera under a lot of pressure to end the game here and now. Can he get it done?
Wants to pick up that save. The 1-1 pitch. Line to first, making the grab. Game, set, match. Team Long Island takes home the win. The 5th annual Leiderman Cup stays here on LI.
Great job from all of Team Long Island to claim the 5-3 win. Capitalized on that bottom 4th inning. And just like that, you're 3-peat champions of the Mike Leiderman Cup, Long Island.
With Team Long Island taking a 3-2 series.
Could not have said it better, Max. If you just hear on the PA, Team Long Island taking the 3-2 series lead now. Stay with us here for the handshake. We're going to turn it over to Sean Manning at the PA right now for the award presentation, as well as the presentation of our MVP, Defensive Player of the Game, and our Pitcher of the Game. And we'll return right after that to close things out right here on the LI Sports Network. So again, don't go anywhere. Trophy presentation coming right up.
We have Dean Santa from Access Baseball, Vic Feld, and Paul Buslano at home plate to give out the award. First, we're going to start off with our Defensive Player of the Game. With a key double play, Defensive Player of the Game goes to Ryan Tulo. Ryan, we have a brand new rolling glove for you and batting gloves being walked over to you now. Next, for our Pitcher of the Game, with a dominant 8th inning, we'll go to number 3, the New York City team, Ty Van Valkenburg. And for our team MVP with the key 2-out double, Jaeger Adamo. And now, the Team Long Island can please walk forward and be presented the Mike Leiderman Cup trophy. We can have both teams line up at home plate for a big group photo. Anyone who'd like to go out in the field and take a picture, you're more than welcome. Coaches, please organize the guys. Once again, thanks everyone for coming out to support a wonderful event. Stay home, everyone.
Travis Quigley back with you here at the conclusion of the 5th annual Mike Leiderman Cup. It was a phenomenal contest back and forth between Team New York City and Team Long Island. Team Long Island picking up the win, their 3rd consecutive victory here in the Leiderman Cup. 5-3 the score. NYC with 3 runs in the top of the 3rd. 5 in the bottom of the 4th for Team Long Island. And New York City was unable to respond after that point. Dominant pitching on display from both sides here this evening. If you were unable to hear from the public address, our award winners for tonight from Team New York City, pitcher of the game with that dominant 8th inning, Ty Van Valkenburg, secured pitcher of the game. Had a phenomenal outing in his performance. Our defender of the game from Team Long Island, Ryan Tulo out of Wantagh High School, made an excellent play. We talked about it, the double play that he helped him secure that award, Defensive Player of the Game, and the MVP tonight out of Connecticut and Team Long Island, Jagger Adamo. Long Island with a big win here tonight over Team New York City right here, Malloy University baseball field at the Mitchell Field Complex. A pleasure to be here tonight. Want to thank you all at home so much for tuning in to the broadcast, supporting the players out on the field. The very nice comments you left for us in the chat. Again, thank you all so much. Want to thank from Chaminade High School, Magnus Healy and Max Rotniak coming on the air, doing a great job, doing play-by-play, color commentary. Both of them have a bright future ahead. Want to thank our cameraman up top, Johnny Malizia, and our producer right here beside me, Walter Mitchell, always doing a phenomenal job. I'm Travis Quigley. Again, thank you so much for tuning in. Long Island 5, New York City 3. Again, you watched live and only on the LI Sports Network. And as always, we'll see you right here next time. You're good, Johnny. Break her down.